Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
No.
It is
Boom.
session 25 here on Pinnacles on happyjacksrpg. My name's Jason. I am your guide, and as I've said before, nominally in charge of what happens here. And I just want to give a little content warning and comment, which reflects the people in the studio. Not necessarily Happy Jacks, but I just want you to know how we feel. We are having big, interesting conversations about, death and what's going to happen in the story. That is stuff you should be aware of. Bad guys getting killed. That very easily dovetails into talking about death penalty and capital punishment in general. Just want it to be known that nobody at this table is in favor of capital punishment. And that's just worth mentioning that as we're having these conversations, it's complicated and it's in character and it's, stuff that we want to get through. And it's stuff that we've had a conversation about beforehand because we use safety tools and we want to be thoughtful about each other at the table. So I hope you do the same. I hope you use safety tools at your table. If you don't, as Clara says, if you're bad at safety tools, you're bad at sex. Mm-hmm. So I won't be taking questions at this time.
No, they're right. Be bad if you're good at safety tools, but the possibility is lower.
Oh yeah. It's a one way.
We've all got learning to do.
Sure. And for tips and tricks, email me at
nope at nope.com.
JasonSafetyTools.com.
It's probably okay.
Oh boy.
Is it though?
Pooja, go.
I'm Pooja. I'm playing Sapna, who would have thought they would be the least bloodthirsty member of the party.
Certainly a turnaround.
I am Sarah. I'm playing Kit, or Caduceus, the biokinetic zappy guy now. And I'm unconscious, so I'm just not going to worry about myself for like 5 minutes, and then we'll worry.
How long will it be until we are able to address Kit as Sparky?
2 seconds.
Okay. Great.
Hi, my name is Eli. I'm playing Hector, the Telepath. We had a great time last time.
And I'm Enge. I'm playing Chainsaw, Sentinel, and others. Other names, not other characters.
All different people.
Debatable.
Biker, brawler, energy projector, flyer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like a band flyer.
Yeah. Cool. And a brochure. I'm also a brochure.
Brochure.
Trifold, obviously.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the sexiest of brochures.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
What are we doing
I heard trifold is in like the candy, and I was like, what's a trifold brochure?
Trifold. Trifold brochure. That's a good kind.
No, trifold.
Truffle?
So, Chainsaw's Pokemon names. Yes.
Yeah, gotta get them all.
Yep. Okay. So, we talked about our safety tools. We've got our intros. Let's see. Was there anything to recap? Not for Enge. I'm so sorry.
I mean, Mooneritos.
I had it was one of the most entertaining episodes ever, and I wasn't in it.
Uh-oh.
Causation or correlation?
Were good.
The Mooneritos were amazing.
Convince me otherwise. I guess some stuff happened last week.
2 weeks ago.
I almost slept with myself.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yes, Chainsaw almost slept with himself. There was a close moment there. But it's not your clone. Different life experiences.
And since I just started seeing Gupta, I wouldn't want to step out on him.
Yeah.
It's just
You gotta talk about that
boundaries.
first.
Yeah. So
Entering
funny
a poly
story.
relationship with yourself is a whole thing. But in terms of what else happened last week, I guess.
I don't remember anything else.
We were reaching the end of that fight that we were having with Brian, who is now exit stage left. And we decided to take the other kit, the lightning kit, back with us because you gotta heal someone up, and Caduceus did do that. So we took him back to the place while Chainsaw was the I just took my meds, y'all. We took him back to the lodge while we tried to figure out where Chainsaw was so we could go and pick him back up. Meanwhile, Chainsaw was on the moon and
In another dimension.
with Brian. Briefly.
Yes.
And Sludge.
There was and Sludge.
Mhm.
And then Brian punched a hole into another dimension because he could not breathe.
Also, he
And-
bounced off the moon and couldn't get back
Bounced
down.
off the moon.
Yes.
With
and-
yakety sax playing.
Yeah, because he can't fly.
'cause he
I
cannot
did
fly.
save Sludge
That's so
from
embarrassing.
dying in the vacuum of space.
Yes.
Like, I don't mean to power shame here, but you're going around collecting all these powers and you still can't fly.
Imagine from his point of view, he's like, dude, none of you fly? What is happening?
How embarrassing.
It's bad RNG.
How terrible RNG.
Yep.
So he's gone, and then Chainsaw is left with the arduous task of getting onto the moon and keeping Sludge somewhat alive, which he does succeed in and finds a moon base, which is not like what we have on Earth, I don't think. Do we have a
Nope.
moon base in our
We
dimension?
have a moon base, but
It's not
our-
like that.
Yeah. It's not like tourism yet. You know, it's like we've had 20 years of superpowers. We have a functioning moon base. We have a Mars base.
Yeah.
Because we have people who can fly back and forth pretty quickly.
For sure.
But the most important thing is, like, the difference between their moon base and our moon base is their moon base is the last bastion of humanity. Our moon base still has an...
Make it a cool reveal.
I'm sorry, I ruined it.
It's okay.
ruined
Chainsaw
Dex.
enters into, and they go, how did a person come here that we do not recognize? Smash cut back to the lodge. We are talking and interviewing with this new Kit, and Caduceus Kit is explaining basically the idea of dimensions and also kind of asking him about his powers as they explain their powers, and he goes, tight, I want that, and grabs Caduceus and teleports away, and Hector and Sapna run outside to try to find where they are, and they are all the way up in the air, so fly up to join that. Did we ever get the name of Zappy Kit?
Yeah,
Yes.
it did.
Axel.
Axel.
Yeah.
Axel.
Stop kid.
Might need to take that. No, I won't. I will not. I shan't. Axel says,
Well, if you're not going to take that name, I'm adding it with one of mine.
says, heal this, I think,
Yeah.
and just tries to drop Kit, and Kit just kind of cat claws onto him.
Wasn't it like you fused your hands?
No, I just
No, that was
I just
after the
grappled
burning.
him.
Oh.
That was my arm.
Yeah.
I grappled him real good. And then we were falling,
Yeah.
fighting. Cut back to Chainsaw, who meets his own version of himself, who is the director of the moon,
Of the
of
overseer,
the
excuse me.
overseer.
Oh.
Thank
Which
you,
doesn't
Fallout.
sound ominous
Title.
at all.
So
It's,
embarrassing.
it's just Fallout. It's just
Titles.
Fallout, baby.
Director of the
Um,
moon.
director of the moon.
That makes it more ominous.
That's true. You don't want to be in a vault. And then they say, our
I
Earth
kinda
gone. Our Earth got sucked into that black hole right there, and Chainsaw went, oh my god, it's the Earth that we got our powers from.
Mm-hmm.
And reports back to Dr. Light, and things start happening in order to get Chainsaw back to where he needs to be, which is with us. Meanwhile,
At terminal velocity.
Falling at terminal velocity is Caduceus and Axel. The fight gets bad. People get angry. It's not good. Caduceus is understandably upset by being betrayed by someone that they just healed up, but maybe a little too upset. I'll be the first to admit it. But too upset. Hector is also on a tear. Caduceus turns down the motherfucker's powers so that he cannot teleport away as effectively. Sapna does some good sonic booms to fuck this guy up.
I gave him a vibe check that broke his back again.
Vibe check that broke his back.
Yep.
Yes.
Also upset.
Also, everyone's mad.
Everyone's
Nobody's
real mad.
happy
Big
here.
mad.
Nobody but Chainsaw.
But in that last moment, as Chainsaw eats Mooneritos, Sapna tries to pull us back and say, we cannot kill this person. and
Because
tries
he's at
to
like 0 power
Yeah.
and 0
He's
will.
got nothing. Tries to fly to intercept, and right at the last moment, it's a matter of the dice rolling, people, which is so fantastic, and I think it makes for great drama. Hector got to him first, and Axel was dead. Caduceus's new powers came to him, and he tried to brace for it. He did brace effectively, and that was just enough to not roast Sapna,
Yes.
thankfully.
Yeah, you did not disintegrate Sapna.
And
Congratulations.
yes, hooray! We passed him on out and took him back, and we find ourselves there as Frank comes back to a very somber scene, has a bit of a conversation with everyone.
I'm like, you gotta
and
try these at. Oh.
That's where we left off.
Okay.
And that was the point at which skin got fused to skin.
Yeah, on the way down.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
It's when your powers only went off a little bit.
But it got.
Yeah, but it was enough. Like,
Enough to be.
yeah,
I'm blissfully unaware. Or
part of their world.
sometimes a joke is a sleeper hit. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny.
You know? Just
I was like,
Caduceus laying there all shining, shimmering.
Yeah.
Splendid.
that was,
Yeah.
it's probably okay. Got me earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we did.
Okay, so we I think we had left off with people in recovery beds.
Mm-hmm.
Axel is in a box, and that's certainly noteworthy.
A dick in a box.
Yeah, he was
is
a dick for
addicted.
sure.
Mhm.
But we're in recovery beds. There was a forced period of unconsciousness because your healing takes some time and you're in real bad shape.
Yeah, and also I might zap some people if I'm awake,
Right.
which is not good.
Right.
Mhm.
You've got your back to cast on, and but can be awake if you want. I think what we should do is just push like 24 hours. Is that anything
for
like
me.
huge that we should note in this first 24 hours while we're running around getting people in hospital beds and sort of securing the lodge and all that? Okay.
I'm good with that. At first, when you said it, I couldn't tell if you were like making it as a joke. It was like, no one would go forward 24 hours. And I was like, I'm
Oh.
okay with that.
Yeah, I didn't mean this. Yeah, yeah, I'm not being
No.
sarcastic.
Sorry, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. One little side note thing that's happening is when we got in touch with the folks on that moon, there was a fair amount of back and forth, and for you two who are not in hospital beds, you're immediately privy to this information that scintillation is evacuating all of them to her spaceship.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Oh,
So
cool.
they're leaving their moon base. There's only like 100 people there.
Yeah.
But they were the last of humanity.
It's very nice to be like, oh, I can go somewhere else. Is there a head here?
right. Like we
I thought you were gonna say they were coming to our place. I was like, oh, this is gonna get awkward. Also, I'm gonna have a headache all the time.
I'm sure that scintillation can like find places where, God, I keep doing that. Interstitial. Wait, it is scintillation?
well, yes,
Scintillation.
scintillation,
Sure.
the spaceship
Amazing.
has
Yeah.
invited them to live
Yeah, I'm
in
sure
her.
that there's like maybe not matchups,
There's like
right? 'Cause
30 or
there's
so
no,
people are
there's
like,
no
"This
chainsaw
fucking
in
headache."
scintillation's world, right?
Yeah.
Wait, say that
There's
again?
no chainsaw in scintillation's world.
There
right?
was not.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's helpful.
It's like 30 people going like, fuck, I got this headache. They don't go away anymore. This sucks.
Yeah.
Doc, I
I mean,
think
I'm
I got
sure
a
that,
tumor.
like, that's the nice thing about having the rainbow of lights.
Yeah.
Is you can just
That's
slot
what I was
them
saying
in
is like
different
find
universes.
places where they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So they at least are not living like hand to mouth on this moon base of like if anything goes wrong, people die.
Yeah.
Like it's,
Orbiting
Just
a
like
black hole.
Yeah.
eating potatoes like on The Martian.
yes, yeah.
Poop potatoes.
Yeah. Ugh.
Moon
I found
Doritos
something
made
out
of
about that
potatoes.
recently. I won't talk about it on stream. It's not gross. It's just long.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, during the break.
Okay, so that is yeah. So that's in process. It's obviously taking time to like make sure they don't just all show up at once and they're But the side note to that is that the Doctor's Light feel like the transporters are a lot more reliable now. So even as of last time, there were some questions of like, it's 95%, you know? We're now that Dr. Light has been interfacing, not directly with Interstitial, like she has had some frustrating back and forth with Interstitial, but it's more than she had before. And so there's been some back and forth. She's like getting a feel for how this medium works and is able to smooth out the transporter process, and we're able to do much more reliable transportation. So
Awesome.
that's why it feels safe to evacuate people from the moon. And the people there are like, this is very dangerous now. And we've been here for 20 years and everything's breaking down.
We're fine to go.
Yeah, like if I wind up somewhere else, like I was gonna die here anyway. So
Yeah.
The entire human race was going to die in about another 40 years.
yeah. So also for them finding out really like they didn't have interdimensional contact before
Yeah.
this, and they're like, oh, we have an exit. Great, let's go. So anyway,
It wasn't like they were like, no, I want to stay.
Yeah.
This is my moon.
There's one
I like staring at
old
nothingness.
Man George. who's
Sure.
like, I'm staying, and everyone's like, no.
yeah, you
Bye,
know what?
George.
You know, let's say there's one very happy introvert who's so happy that they'll have the base to themselves,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
He
That's
did
fine.
honor
We'll
mode.
keep in contact
Baldur's
with
Gate
him.
3
If he
the
wants to
entire
leave, he
time.
can leave.
Yeah.
They just leave like a few thousand books with him. And
Yeah.
he's
Or Baldur's
fine.
Gate 3 for Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a couple open world RPGs. We'll get
And cats. There's like 3
Yeah.
cats, and
rid of that.
so
Well, they'll fix that. They'll
Yeah,
fix that
yeah,
amongst
that'll be
themselves. It'll be fine.
yep. Okay, so
the cat base.
the there's a lot of that stuff happening, and over the course of the next 24 hours, obviously, Kit, you're healing. I guess you're still Caduceus until you tell me otherwise. Your healing is so fast, but you had a lot to do. So, you know, and I think by the time you become conscious again, you're also like, oh, that didn't heal right. You know, like kind of rearranging some things that
'cause
didn't.
when I do it unconsciously, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not my actual power.
And you're having to work around this additional like presence
Yeah, how's
in
that-
your body.
How's that going?
Yeah, I mean it's a whole new sensation. You haven't had a secondary power before.
Sure.
So there is a lot of, it just takes a lot of concentration to, at least at first, to not zap everything around you. It's like the worst, balloon in the hair, static electricity of all
I
time.
feel like my first immediate move is to get out of Dr. Light's laboratory, actually, because I'm worried that I might.
Oh, your whole bed is like grounded.
Good.
She has all this like
Thank
stuff
you,
set up that's
doctor.
like also like hidden under your bed. She doesn't draw attention to it, but there's a bunch of stuff that she's recharging. Like her phone is under there. And
Wait,
Wireless battery. Wireless battery.
Rude.
yeah,
Oh no! Anything you fry, she makes me fix.
That's true.
Yeah. yeah. She's working on like battery resilience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Of like
I love that.
so that's just part of what's happening there. But you're awake. You're awake. I don't know if you two are awake. That's up to you. But how do we want to proceed?
I think Hector is at the lodge, but
Yeah.
not in the hospital area. Like maybe like around the lake.
Yeah.
If there was a lake. There was a lake, right?
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry. One question before we move on. Does that mean everything is healed, or is there lingering stuffs?
Let's go. You can heal over 24 hours.
In the Autobot?
Probably everything, because it would be at least 4 shock and 4 killing from every hit location.
Oh, cool.
So that's probably everything.
That's nice. Thank you.
Um,
So just erase all
unless your
of-
torso has more than that.
Before
But
we get into plot too much, I did cause now, regardless of how I feel about it, I did cause the destruction of another kit.
Yes.
I'm better than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want willpower for this?
I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not a proud man.
I think
I'm
you
a
should
man
be.
who's so low on willpower all
Negotiating players.
Mhm.
I mean,
I like it.
they're right.
Yeah. How much is in being the best?
the time. Traditionally, it's 4. But my willpower is 5 right now. So I'd say my base will is 5. So I'd say it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take 1 for sleeping overnight and all 3 for destroying someone to be the best. 3
I
guilt-laden
feel
willpower
bad
points.
about it, but
Yeah,
my
so
body's
guilt-laden,
feeling
so-
good.
Guilt-laden.
Amazing.
Anybody else need to acquire willpower?
I mean,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
actually, no, you awarded me a bunch last time for trying to protect my people
Sure.
from themselves.
Yeah. You can gain. Everyone can gain 1 for just the 24 hours, of, assuming you slept at some point. But
I do call or ask for someone to call Heather, but also I'm like, don't come because I'm afraid I'll kill you. So yeah, she's her own person.
yeah,
But like that would be what Kit says. Yeah.
yeah. So in that amount of time, I think while you were unconscious,
Oh fuck.
like Green Streak already contacted
Yeah, that
Heather,
makes sense.
and like Heather is upstairs, insulated from what like is not coming down to visit you
Yeah.
because it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
But is in the lodge.
Cool.
So
Okay, that makes sense.
How early are you around the lake?
Very early. He's doing laps.
Cool. Then that's because that's good fishing time.
Yeah.
Fishing.
So,
Also, a good time to mow the lawn.
Yep. Sure
Sorry.
is.
Like, I just really liked that guy.
mm-hmm.
Ray? Was his name Ray?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, he's not here. He quit.
Fuck.
Aww.
The place is rough.
Hard job.
Oh yeah.
When you have to mow over
And
blood
it's-
stains,
and
that's
it's-
when you're like,
And his former friend was like pretending he didn't exist. You know, it's like,
That's the
Rude.
real reason.
this is rough. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm out on the dock.
He probably does like 3 or 4 laps. And then he's like, all right, this is getting awkward. So then he goes up to the dock.
Wait, where's Bill?
Bill is wherever he needs to be.
Oh, okay. He's probably like sitting on the dock next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Bill all healed up now?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Bill needs
Yeah,
repairs.
Bill has 7 hurt boxes.
Yeah. Never mind. He's in the lab.
Okay.
He's- that's
Does he get any hurt boxes back?
yeah. Get 1 back.
Yay.
But that takes a lot longer because Dr. Light is doing a million things at
Yeah.
once and like putting on the welder's mask and like trying to do repairs and stuff. So he has some like self-repair capacity, but we exceeded his total
Can I
ability.
assist with?
Oh yeah, you can. Absolutely. When let's have you roll your power. You're gonna need 6s.
Well, I got 9s.
Okay. Then we will heal another. Let's see, you exceeded it by 3, so heal another 3.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm so like generous with this power that drains my willpower every time I use it.
I love it.
you get it.
Yep.
You get it.
Welcome to
Wanna
the
use
club.
Good powers, Brent. Like, that's why.
Mhm.
And every time I heal someone, I heal Bill with this. It's less like my Doppler ganger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing something good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
on the dock.
So I'm you out here clearing your mind?
Yeah, I'd like to come out here in the mornings and pull a couple fish out. It's like my morning meditation. How about you?
Yeah, I haven't really ran in a while and thought I'd get one in.
Mm,
Sorry about getting you over to the other dimension. That really didn't work out how I wanted it to.
I mean, I was really hoping, I was actually glad that I was going so I could stay with Brian, not let him get away, but he bounced off the moon and punched his way into another dimension before I could pick up on him, which is one of the most ridiculous things I've said.
Hector laughs. Yeah. Getting more and more fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a crazy job. So, what happened back here, according to you? Like, what?
I think it was a misstep.
What way?
I got angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything kind of just avalanche by itself, you know? One after another. Like, we went into the sewer. I had that lapse of alertness. The explosion happened. You know, like, everybody was in a really bad way. You know, like, I let the team down. Like, what if Rosalinda was in the sewer with us? You know, there was like a... And then, you know, Brian shows up.
Yeah. Didn't expect that.
No.
So what's going on? You're like one of the most on top of it people I've ever met. And I know with your past, things don't get past you that easy.
It's different, man. Like, before, it was like a... Fortunately to say this, it was sort of like a business, right? Like, I was there to do my job and do what needed to be done. And now it's like things are being conflated with, oh, your life is now intertwined with the things that you're doing, and there's just more to it that I don't think I did a good enough job preparing myself for.
Yeah, this job is a lot, and it definitely melds into personal lives. How do we get better?
We get better by being better.
It doesn't mean anything.
I mean, obviously, what happened yesterday could have went a lot better.
Yeah. But that, yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know. I can't really judge on it, but I mean, so you don't think you made the right decision?
I think it was a decision that... He pauses. Part of me thinks this motherfucker came into our house,
Yeah.
and his first instinct was to kill Caduceus after we rendered him aid. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I get what Sapna was saying.
Yeah.
You know? Gotta be fucking better, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you gotta be better than those guys. we're just the villains.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh. Some big bats.
Is there bass in Seattle?
Yeah,
In this bunch.
In this Seattle area.
it's probably rainbow trout, but that's all right.
Oh, I love
Killer rainbow trout.
Yeah.
Nobody?
Peak.
Yeah, you don't know what Dr. Light's been doing in that lake.
Lasers.
Lasers on their freaking heads.
Yeah, in their freaking heads.
Uh,
Hi, I'm Eli and Enge's personal attorney.
Yes.
And I would like to make the case today that was a beautiful conversation, and they should each get one willpower for it.
I agree. Yeah.
Yay!
Please do.
I second this nomination.
Objection. Wait.
Motion passes. It's good. I like that. That was really sweet.
Or I guess I should have said opposing counsel has no objection.
I love it. I love it.
And let's see. Oh, I was also I forgot a willpower because you overcame a major obstacle, which was Ryan. I mean, you sort of overcame it. I mean, you did eject him from the playground, so and bounced him off of a moon and neutralized Axel
And Sludge.
and Sludge.
Did a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody take 3 willpower just for like
Oh.
doing the day.
I'm maxed out.
Oh.
Listen, I had to go.
There is a top of the lid.
I am. It's there. I
The
never
limit
get there by
does
myself.
Almost.
I always have to buy it.
Okay. What's happening in the clinic? Well, I think we have. So I mentioned before, Dr. Light has been digging,
Yes.
and so the whole first basement floor is mostly like medical ward. There's like 10 beds. There's the couple of like power dampener rooms now. There's 2 of them.
Nice.
As soon as you're awake enough, like you could request
I'm
to
in
go
there,
into one,
baby.
but she didn't want to put you in there because like it's so experimental, like
Sure.
how that room works.
Mm-hmm.
She barely understands and doesn't want to go near them because it'll shut her mind off,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
like panic-inducing.
That makes so much sense.
So you're welcome to wheel yourself in there. Yeah.
I'm in there, baby.
help you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's nice not to have all the Dr. Light things talking to me at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cigarette breaks. Except it's just Sapna
Power
going in the
breaks.
temper dancing room.
so you're both going in the same power damping room?
That's good with me.
Sure.
I think Kid has been very quiet. And whenever it's been asked about, they're just like, I'm really focusing. I'm really focusing on not
Okay.
fucking with this. But
So can we go with the rooms are mostly empty, and then we can wheel a bed in there?
oh yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
think
Okay,
that's
so
what's
you're
happening.
helping wheel Kit's bed
yeah.
in there. Okay.
And what I will say is that Sapna and Kid know each other very well, and your fucking scrutiny is off the charts.
Yes.
They're lying a little bit, so
It's okay.
yeah.
We all need to lie to ourselves sometimes.
Exactly.
All right. So in the room, all of we can treat your powers like if your willpower was all gone.
Okay. Great.
Okay, your willpower is not all gone, but it's everything is like all your hard dice, wiggle dice become regular dice, and then that amount of dice is cut in half.
Awesome.
So it's very easy to control because first of all, nothing flies out of control, and if you tried to do anything, it's like you're underwater, you know. So
Yeah.
similarly, you're always on powers. Both of you are, you're able to dim that all down. It still has the negative tag, right, of always on, but in here it's just quieter. So,
It's like it's got baffling.
yes, yes, exactly. They are baffling rooms indeed. So, what's happening in here as you wheel your friend in the bed?
Oh, I think I'm standing now and helping because that's embarrassing.
Yeah, just get back in the bed. These Autobots are actually really great.
Yeah. Are you? How are you doing?
Look, new skin.
Yeah.
It's very fresh looking.
No hair.
Like I was about to say, none of the hair is regrown yet.
Yeah.
It's just ever so paler than the other one.
Yeah. It's never seen the sun.
In spite of themselves, there is like a little light of interest in that because, and they say, that is kind of a little weird because so like the bot is different from what I do because it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
From what I can tell, this isn't all me now. Whereas when you do it, it's like, remember that girl with the pot brownies?
Yeah.
When you said that basically her power was to turn the DNA into like itself, how it recognized itself.
Its best version, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It kind of seems like that's what your power does to other people and to yourself, I guess. But this is like baby fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like feel, it's kind of soft.
Like reaches over and feels.
Mm. That's awfully intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
We'll talk about it. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad everyone is okay as they can be, especially because we didn't have Chainsaw there for a little while. So.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back and he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to draw attention, but are we having this conversation with Caduceus's hand on Sapna's arm?
Took it away. No.
Why? Why?
What do you think?
Because I called attention
you're
to it,
this
now we're
close.
uncomfortable.
I feel let down. I want my willpower back.
But yeah, we made it through.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
I mean, you know me. I don't feel like I'm a person who gets mad very easily. I don't think. I mean, when the things first started going off, of course, that was one thing. When my powers were getting stronger and I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I've never felt that angry before. And I don't know. I didn't like it.
It's not inherently a bad thing. It's one thing to be betrayed by someone else. And it's another thing to be betrayed by yourself.
Yeah.
And you had every right to be angry.
I honestly, I don't know how you and Chainsaw do it. This person that I was so angry at is in me now.
Yeah. I use that power to, like, shift things, to, like, when I made a laser on the moon, and honestly, the whole time, there's part of me that wonders, am I just him? But then in this past time, all I can do is make choices that are true to myself. I chose to heal Bill. I can do good with this. It's still kind of gross, but I can live with that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to turn into him. And I know you don't want to turn into Axel.
You know, when we first took out Citadel, I had this moment where I just froze. And you know, I was talking to Green Streak, and we didn't feel like what we had done there was wrong, but now I'm looking back and I don't know, kind of piling up.
Yeah. But I know that in the moment when we were fighting Citadel, and he was down, and Sapphire and I could see from all the fucking way up there him getting back up. Yeah. And we weren't who we are today. And so we made the choice that made sense at the time. And would I make that same choice now? Maybe not. But I certainly wasn't a Pinnacle back then.
Yeah.
None of us were. And we have more options now.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I don't want us to have the same action plan every time we see one of these people, you know?
Me neither.
How physically close are you two right now?
You're so gay.
You know what? I'm going to give you this one. But during this conversation, I have sat down on the bed.
Thank you.
That it's like, I haven't always made the best choices. And when I was a kid and I was so angry and everything was so fucked up. And I'm not gonna lie, I hurt people. Does that mean somebody should have killed me back then?
I mean, you know my answer.
And the stakes are a lot higher now. But sometimes I think I can hear Brian talking to me. And he's telling me that that we don't have to give up ourselves to protect the people that we love. Our Brian, obviously.
Sapna, please roll stability with half of your usual dice.
No. But I did roll a 10.
You find yourself momentarily, not literally transported, but seeing something else. And you are standing at a counter with a line of customers coming towards you. And you're like your hands are like mid building a sandwich for the customer in front of you. And I imagine this is a little confusing, but you catch your reflection in the safety glass, and just for
Sneeze
a
guard.
moment, your Brian's eyes are staring back at you. H. Brian's eyes. And then you're back.
Kids.
And I will tell you
And-
100% that was not your imagination.
Mm-hmm. I think Kit kind of saw you go somewhere, and their hand kind of goes to your knee, and they say, "Are you okay?"
I just for a second, I was Brian.
What?
I don't know what universe he's in, but he's at a Tony's. He's working at a Tony's.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So he's alive.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, we gotta tell Frank. We have to tell Green Streak and Tony's son and we're gonna. I don't want to assume anything from this conversation of what we're going to do in the future, but I'm about to. I'm going to. In that, whatever we go forward with, we're going to be taking options that are a lot more dangerous than just killing someone outright. Am I right in that?
There is a single like bang against the door.
Yeah.
You'll recall the door opens outward from your perspective, right? You have to like pull the
Yeah.
door open. There's a bang, and then the door is yanked open, and Dr. Light is like says, closes the door and knocks softly, as she remembers,
You're gonna
like,
regret that.
wait a minute, human.
I think there's like a moment where like that bang happens and I've got my blackjack out and I'm like
Yeah. So
like
for
standing over
Yeah.
the
Caduceus
audience,
in the bed.
we saw Dr. Light rushing to the door, slam into it, forgetting that it's a pull door,
Yeah.
and then open it, and then realize that's rude, and come back and be like, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Okay, I need your advice. Sorry about before. This was an okay time. This
Yeah,
is
we were
new
just
for
about
her,
to-
by the way. Just like,
We were just about to come out and talk to you actually.
okay, so I made something, and I was supposed to ask you if it was okay to make, but I made it instead, and then am asking.
Mm-hmm.
It's complicated. Sometimes I've made things that you people have pointed out that maybe weren't the best to make, but you were busy, so I did it. But if it's bad, I'll throw it away. And like you could like the truth in that statement hurts her deeply,
Yeah.
right? But she has this little like the like Star Trek injector sort of thing, aerosolizer. There it is.
Is that what that does?
It like forces the aerosol through your skin, I think is the idea behind the Star Trek injector thing. She has this and says, the material that we recovered from your combat site, I was able to synthesize it.
Did you make sludge?
Yeah, but it's a good kind.
Oh, it's good meth then. Okay.
I
Uh,
mean, I take the good meth.
we're talking about Adderall, folks.
Yes.
Uh,
ADHD medication.
yes.
I'm holding up a sign. Willpower for Caduceus and Sapna.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
It's very
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I can't
Let's.
have any more.
You can have
Thank
two,
you. I'm
actually.
full.
Cool.
Also,
Put it in a to-go bag.
I was about. I will say, as Dr. Light bursts in, and Sapna's like, "Yeah, it's fine. There is a look that nobody sees except you, Jason, the GM, of Caduceus almost being like, yes, you are very much interrupting because I was about to confess my feelings for Sapna.
God damn it.
I'm sure there'll be another
I'm
opportunity.
sure there will be another time.
Damn it.
Did it to yourself.
I really was planning it, and then you were like, bam! And I was like, Jason doesn't want love.
Why does
do
Jason hate
so
love?
bad.
Why does Jason hate love?
Anyway, no, keep going. What's Dr. Light saying?
I gotta leave. I'll catch you guys later. Let's go back to what you're doing.
Oh, the amount of psychic damage. I love it.
Damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. On behalf of everyone who's like me. So she explains that she has synthesized sludge. She was able to just recreate it because of her, like, how she's starting to understand the interstitial a little bit. And it's like, kind of, she explains it that, well, so in game terms, it's sort of like willpower, right? But it is, we'll say you can, it burns a base will, basically, and you have to use those in the scene, right? So it gives you a bunch of willpower that you can use. Her in-world description is that it turns you up to a 10 momentarily, which, as far as her math shows her, shouldn't be detrimental to your body. But of course, we also know in her, like, the way she's explaining something, like, there's an amount of damage that she would consider worth it, quote unquote.
We're all superheroes.
So not detrimental falls within her margin of error.
Sure.
So
It's like the amount of cockroaches that can go into coffee. It's fine.
yeah, we know it's not zero.
It's not zero, but it's not more than 3%.
If we could just.
Yeah, none of that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so that is she has made one of these, and then there's a whole thing behind her of like a jug, like a gallon jug of this stuff that she synthesized and not put into injectors yet. But she's now like kind of runs out mid-sentence of like, she can't say destroy it, right? Like, do you want it?
Okay, let's talk about specifics.
Uh-huh.
Side effects.
Negligible? I don't know. It's not tested. It's all one word.
Because the sludge had this whole rage-inducing part.
Oh, it shouldn't be part of that. I think that's because it was from his sweat. Did you know that?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, we did know
yes.
that.
His like glands excreted it. It's a very messy process, and it created dissonance.
So you have.
And this is not, dissonance.
It shouldn't be that because it's not his sweat.
I mean, I'd say in any other situation, I would say we could test it on me, but I don't think I'm a very good guinea pig right now.
Oh, yeah, you should stabilize your powers first.
Yeah.
Unless you want to try it.
No.
Oh. Do you want to try it?
How well does this dampening room work?
I don't think that would be a good experiment.
Yes, but you could shove me in here if things go wrong.
Maybe we'd use the other one. There's two of them now.
Okay. Have Green Streak shove me in it.
Okay.
Let's get testing.
Should I call the boys in first? Or
up to you.
Actually, as soon as somebody tells Green Streak that we're going to be testing something, I think he would call you guys and like, please help.
Yeah.
We're all Pinnacles here.
I feel like layers of safety is better than not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kid's totally fine with people coming in. I think they were just like, what is Sapna's comfort level right now? So, yeah. Fair.
Okay. All right. So you wait,
we're trying out some sludge.
no, it's not sludge. That would be disgusting.
So it's not made from your sweat.
No. To the best of my understanding, that would have been the rage-inducing component of it.
That would definitely piss me off.
This is a synthetic material that has a similar effect to how his power worked, which is to amplify other people's powers. But it was through a chemical component as opposed to some sort of non-physical.
So it's simulated perspiration.
In the way that water is perspiration, no.
Okay. Sorry, I'm caught up on this whole thing. It's really gross.
She's also so bad at explaining things. Like, yeah.
She's perfect.
Yeah. So, we're doing this?
I think there's a palpable awkwardness to the room. Because
We've had these separate conversations.
Yeah.
right.
Agreeing with each other, but not knowing that we agree with each
Yeah.
other, which is the perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Green Streak doesn't know either conversation has happened, and is not super bothered by the events of the last couple days of like, we just got some shit done, like, that's fine. And
He's
so
such a middle
I think
manager.
has brought everyone to the first basement level, and then suddenly like, but he is socially adept,
Right.
right? That is
Maybe
That is
his.
that is a secondary superpower.
yeah. And in that moment, Dr. Light is Dr. Lighting. And then the two pairs of you, he's like, okay, so we think this should happen. And then he's just like, his own vibe check goes off. He's like, should we have a team meeting?
Nope.
What happened? Dr. Light's like, what do you mean? What? Just like whispering in his ear, way much too loudly.
Yeah.
Are we gonna call it Alka-Seltzer?
What? This? I think that's trademarked.
It's effervescent.
That's her
Gives you a
answer.
lift.
And it's avoiding the trouble in the room. So I have some explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. I had to keep going.
I took it too far yesterday. And he's like staring at Green Streak. I did something that ended Axel's life, and there's a reason why he's in that box.
Okay.
And it was over the line.
You weren't alone in that. I went too far too. I could have just done what I knew would have worked instead of trying to hurt someone who would hurt me.
You're not alone in it. I've hurt people too.
I've sits there, just kind of thinking to himself, like, he's sort of at a loss for words. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't.
I think the place that we all might be right now is that I think we're done just wiping the table with people who get in our way.
Yeah.
And Green Streak says, like, it's probably a conversation we do need to have. We've never really explicitly discussed our intended outcomes, and maybe that's something a team of all Pinnacles has to consider.
Yeah, because that is not the last time we're going to be in that situation where we're mad and we want to eliminate the thing that's making us mad.
And in Brian's case, there's a lot of revenge in there. But we're all so much stronger than we used to be.
Mm.
And I think we have a lot more options than we used to have. And I think we have to figure something out that would make Brian proud. Because when we find the universe that he is in, and he is in some domies somewhere making some torpedoes.
Wait, what?
I want to be able to look him in the eye and say that I did the best I could.
And Dr. Light asks, well, how do you know that?
I have no idea, but it was astral projection, but into Brian, which sounds wrong when I said it that way.
I wonder if she doesn't even like speed bump that like that, like innuendo like that is like nonstop. I wonder if the techno component of your mind is able to directly interface with the transdimensional receiver. I don't know why it would connect to him.
Because I've been trying to connect to him for months.
But he's not a receiver.
Isn't he?
What if the interstitial had something to do with it?
That's possible. It may be that
that's intelligence could do it.
So
But
Brian was always really adaptable.
to what he needed. Interesting.
maybe he just needed you to know.
Maybe he needs us as much as we need him.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay. Well,
Although while he
so-
was making sandwiches, I don't know.
So back to Brian. I find if we leave things up to chance power feeling in the moment, I know I've done things I regret if I don't have a plan. Do we have a plan? Does anyone have any ideas? How do we keep him from getting away? He did this last time. We almost had him. And then how do we keep him here? And what do we do? I mean,
A lot of times when we're in fights, there's a lot of different factors going on, a lot of different people that we're trying to keep our eyes on. If we can get into a place where that is lowered, I think I can focus pretty hard on trying to turn him down,
okay.
if that's at least a start.
Failing that, if we can take care of the ads, you can take care of the boss.
I can assist with that too. think part of why Axel was, I guess, dealt with so quickly was we were able to mitigate his powers.
So the plan is we take care of anything distracting Caduceus. Caduceus turns Ebrian down.
And Hector trains him dry.
But keeps him alive.
I'm gonna need to probably keep a little bit of a distance because I don't think I can manage one of those hits. But I might be able to do that now. I don't know.
I'll fight
Can
him.
you fly?
I have not tried. I have not left this floor.
Yeah, how are you feeling? How are you doing with all this? Because it is hard for me to use my power, the power of the guy that killed everybody I loved. Maybe that was just a little too much to say out loud, but
No, yeah, I was talking to Sapna about that a bit.
Greenstreak puts a hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I like put my arm around his back, squeeze him a little.
Are you at your willpower maximum?
Nope.
How much are you down?
4.
Oh, yeah.
A little gift from Green Streak.
Take 2.
Ooh.
I don't know yet. I don't think mine's quite as bad as
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
But all I could say is that I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. Keeps me going is using it to do the things that he would hate it.
I don't even know what it all is yet, honestly. So
Won't that be a fun day? All right, but we're here to.
Why are you pointing at me?
not sludge.
You're you're getting nudged.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not sludge, nudge.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you just need a nudge?
Just one little nudge, man.
Feeling like your powers aren't enough.
I
This
love
one is
to call
so
out that.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Caduceus is very good.
That is
Oh,
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well done.
Some
Stephanie.
willpower to bumble on that one.
Yeah.
Take
Yes.
a thread.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Do you want to carry out your experiment?
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like I'm kind of used to being the guinea pig at this point.
You are.
Dr. Light hands you the injector, and it, like, has her little, like, tablet out and, like, ready to make notes.
I have a. What's the plan if things go bad?
Shove me into the. You and Green Streak shove me into the dampening room there.
Copy that.
Hector. Drain me.
We'll see.
Between you and Bill, I trust you.
And Dr. Light is like, but it should be fine. I don't.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Done a lot of calculations.
Yep.
We trust you.
Um,
Trust but verify.
All right. Pooja, do you have the willpower options list handy there?
Yes.
No, that's for you. You're gonna
No.
need that. So,
it is this one, right? The base heal power and the special willpower?
yeah, like where it says what you can spend it on.
Yes.
Yeah. And like some of that has been nudged in my rules, but that's fine. So she gives you some instruction of like, oh yeah, if you get it like right in the jugular, like right, she's like, oh yeah, this is the ideal way to do it. But you hit the button, you feel this like, just like light is brighter, sound is more crisp, just everything sharpens, and then you can feel it overwhelming you, right? So from that list, you need to pick something that either would burn a base will or spend at least 10 willpower in one move.
Okay. I am I am going to improve a miracle.
Okay. Which one?
I'm going to use my tech support. I mean, we're in the lab. It was
Sure.
probably not the best place to do this, really, but it
Sure.
doesn't matter. But like,
I'm imagining us
everything
in the danger room, but
feels-
we don't have one of those, do we?
everything
That's the next floor down. She's working on it.
Okay.
everything feels like heightened and kind of like happy in a
Mm.
way. I feel like there were some like uppers in there,
Sure.
and
It's a flood of base will. Like,
I
Can do it.
as I like throw out all of this power to increase my tech support so that I can make every piece of equipment in this room do a little dance.
okay.
Make a little-
I
Damn,
feel like you would be able to do that on some level
I have
anyway.
I think 4 dice in that.
And you only have 4 dice. Okay.
And then let's say that to make it more in the sense of
Mhm.
in the true nature of the power, the way that it all starts to dance is because they all grow arms and legs,
Okay.
and
Okay.
heads,
I like this. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
including the Autobots, which are
Yes.
dancing with their little needle arms.
Sure. Yeah. It's not scary.
Terrifying.
Not an OSHA hazard or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who doesn't know about this?
So funny that I immediately looked at Sarah for the, oh my god, that's amazing face.
I was
Yeah.
excited.
And I'm gonna say that like it is a highly choreographed ballet.
Mm.
It is basically like one of the scenes from the Nutcracker
Okay.
because that is the ballet that like Sapna always got dragged to
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah. You would also be able to provide the music if you can think of it.
I mean, Pooja can't, but Sapna
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
What is it? Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies?
Mhm.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. That'd be a great accompaniment.
I was
Um,
thinking Backstreet Boys.
Okay. So, what I need you to roll is your stability.
Okay.
You have your full stability available for this.
Good.
No matches, no matches, no matches. Well, I need 4s, by the way.
I got 6s
Okay.
and 5s
Okay.
because that's how my dice are today.
So you can feel the power, trying to escape, but rather than escape, it leaves under your control. Right? You get the fire hose pointed in the right direction, and are able to direct the outcome of exactly what's supposed to happen. And there is an impromptu techno ballet in the lab here, where a number of piece of equipment and whatever get up and start dancing, and there's this extended scene of also the level of fine control that would be required to accomplish something like this is incredible. And Dr. Light is furiously taking notes until her tablet also is like, woohoo!
Well, hey, Dr. Light!
Yeah,
You know, there's a child part in this, and
Sure.
her tablet becomes a toddler.
sure.
One of the
mice.
Sugar Plum
Yeah.
Fairies, yeah.
Yeah.
Then Bill just stands up and just starts dancing like everybody else is doing it.
I love it.
And Dr. Light is
I'm
delighted.
doing the robots.
Oh, so good. I think good.
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 Wow.
She's like checking to you, like, is this
It's
is this the
just
intended
like,
outcome?
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
And it like moves into the next number,
Sure.
rolls in, like music switches. You get I should probably
There's
turn this
Prince.
off before we get into the fight.
Well, when you have that thought, I need you to roll stability again, and this time I need 8s.
Oh Jesus.
Ooh.
6. I see an 8.
They're 2 8s.
Oh.
Okay. When you have the thought of like, oh, I should turn this off now, it is too early to turn it off.
Okay.
Okay, and you can though. That's the thing is you can clamp down on it and rein it in, and but you have this sense of like holding your breath,
Yeah.
of like you should probably let this play out, or you're gonna like burst a blood vessel or something, you know?
Okay. We are going to move into, because I don't want to do the fight because it would like, I feel like it would destroy the equipment. I'm going to segue into a Bollywood dance number,
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
and it's going to be like a lot of extra. It's extra. The
Yeah.
whole
Yes.
thing. I'm going to like pour everything I have into
Sure.
making all of these movements and the whole thing, and like, you know, all the music. So the music does like a nice smooth transition, if that's possible, from
Yeah.
Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy into
No. There's very little that's not possible within your power set right now.
I just meant
So-
like in the world possible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
From Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy into like classic Bollywood dance number, Shah Rukh Khan.
What would go together better?
Exactly.
I'm very proud of you and very excited, but also like up against the wall. Like I don't want to bother them, and I don't want to be in the dance number.
This is heady. Also, if I were to turn it off, I might explode myself.
Oh yes, it should last for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Is that a long time?
Feels like eternity right now.
Mm.
But it's cool. These numbers usually last about 7, so all of this is gonna just like once it's over.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. And once you actually like let this play out a little bit, and you can feel the power subsiding a little bit, there's no horrible crash. You don't pass out. You do feel a little like tired, like you just had a workout or something, you know, like. But it's not like, oh, I'm dying, you know. It's not like leg day or something.
It's just like turning 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry, too real.
just pretend, Sarah.
Yeah.
You know what? Everybody's body has stuff that doesn't work right, and it's like that. So anyway, you've got you have this sense of like come down, like a sort of existential soreness, but it's not catastrophic. So in game terms, I would probably apply like a -2 to dice rolls for a couple rounds, that sort of thing. So it's not nothing, but
But a couple
It's
rounds
like
ain't bad.
haste, then exhaustion.
yeah,
after haste.
yeah, it's a lot like that.
Oh, wow. I could use caffeine.
Mm.
Oh, definitely don't have this with caffeine.
What
Did
about
I mention that
caffeine?
before?
No.
What about after?
After? Gone now?
It's in your system for a little while.
Rude.
Are we talking heart explode?
Just explode.
Ugh.
But it's probably fine. I mean, people don't regularly have caffeine, right?
Sure.
Beer?
Okay, but like yes,
Oh,
yes,
so-
they do regularly have caffeine.
So she looks
Keep
up.
coming in to like give the real answer.
Yeah, she looks up and then goes, "Oh wait," and then rattles off the percentage of people who drink coffee or
Yeah.
black tea or Red Bull. It was
Yes.
like, da, 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 da. Oh, that is most people.
Yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I forget.
Yeah.
I don't have to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Oh,
He was like,
you're missing out.
I mean, I do just like once every 2 weeks or something.
Now it's so much better than I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah. You feel all right.
I'm
Other
on
than eating a
caffeine
lot.
now.
What? Wait, what have I made that went badly? Dr. Light isn't offended. She's like confused.
Well, you know how sometimes when you do things and then other people try to use them, it doesn't work out well, but they work really well for you.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
I guess the real
So
experiment
good
would
at
have been
this.
if you hadn't been in the room.
Mm. Oh, I can leave. This is being recorded. We should do it again. And she just like walks out of the room.
Anyone else want to try?
Oh.
I don't want to find out what happens if I do 2 of these real quick.
No.
Yeah, I literally felt like I was going to explode from the inside out when I tried to stop it early.
I don't want to. tinker.
I kind of want to see how fast Green Streak can go.
Ooh.
I don't think the room's big enough.
Yeah, we might have to go outside.
Let's go outside.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
I'm curious what it do to my my shield, my blasts, and my flight.
Yeah. Well, do you want to try it and sit
Sure.
for the second
Yeah.
one? Okay. So either way, we should probably all go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that in here.
Okay. So then,
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to take for those. Up. You might have to sever the appendages manually.
yeah. So Dr. Light knows when, like, if a device is dependent on her, it has to be within 100 yards or so.
Mhm.
So she, like, hops in her flying car and, goes to an elevation that's appropriate, but she could still record what's happening. And so she's, like, 500 yards up, right, and out of the way. So whatever happens now will not be because she's there. And you want to give it a shot?
Yeah. I need something.
Now your skin is not impermeable, right? It's like your telekinetic barrier that
Right.
stops stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
because that's the other thing she explained was like your friend not Neuron
Neutron?
Neutron. He probably wouldn't be able to use the injector because
Because he can't.
his skin is like impermeable.
Well, he can
Make it in pill form.
control...
Oh, that's right. He could allow
Yeah,
it.
you-
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Otherwise, how would he get his vaccinations?
Eat them.
I don't think it works like that.
Sure.
Casey.
Yeah, you just eat the vaccination snack.
Yeah.
That's vaccination.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah.
And yeah, H-Brian, that would be an issue.
Mm.
He
But
eats it.
Neutron had pretty good control over his
Yeah.
business.
Okay, so we
Yeah, we're gonna need something to throw at my shield though, or blast at my shield with. Like, I just want to see what it can do, how big it can get, how much it can take.
I mean, it seems like a pretty safe environment. I don't want to speak for them, but Sapna will look to the person who is currently in the bathroom and be like,
oh right. Oh, to like let off some electricity experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If we go down in the clearing next to the lake, that would be
That is our ground zero area.
yeah.
I mean, it's cleared.
Yeah.
We've effectively cleared it. Some
Okay.
days, I feel like this is also like the kind of exhaustion that leaves you like happy. Like all the endorphins from working out
Yeah.
are in effect.
I like that. That's
So
that's
they are
a
in
good
a
vibe.
very good mood.
Okay. Is it the kind of mood that would even like bring your inhibition down a little bit and maybe like shoulder bump, Caduceus, or
Not until Sarah gets back
just
in
like
this chair.
yeah, okay. So there's a mild post high euphoria,
Okay.
and I
Because
was
you know how,
wondering.
like exercise, like
Oh, yeah.
gives you all those endorphins, and this
Yeah.
is like the super version of that. So it's like, Jason.
I wondered whether that euphoria could mean Sapna's unusually happy and uninhibited and would maybe like shoulder bump, just like a
Oh,
little
shoulder
like
bump.
lovey touchy kind of like, I don't want to, overstep.
Jason is just trying to desperately claw back this admission of
I
feelings. that he
cannot
interrupted
describe
earlier.
the sense of loss that I'm experiencing.
It's okay. I should probably talk to Heather first anyway.
Well, the other thing that we were saying was that if Chainsaw's gonna test out the shield,
Mm-hmm.
that it might be a good time for you to and Sapna does
Oh.
jazz hands.
Yeah.
Electrical discharge.
And I think the first thing that Kit would do is try to like scan and see themselves, which this does not have to work, but it's like their first thing is like, what do I have? And they're like trying to get in and see what their powers actually are right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's roll scrutiny.
Sure.
No. What's your medicine skill?
The one that's like the scan is oh no, my medicine.
Oh no, the scan power. Yes, that's even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, because my medicine is 9 dice. The scan is five dice. What to wiggle?
Okay, so it's scan, but I need 8s
Okay.
because it's a difficult task.
If you
That's
weren't
4
already,
tens.
if you weren't already at max.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled 2 10s and then I have 2 wiggle dice.
Yeah,
so.
okay, well, 4 10s will just scooch over the
You'll
line.
get
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
So, as others, when, until we can spend enough, like, XP points to fully invest, you have to swap between power sets.
Sure.
But the power sets that you have available to you are, you have flight. You have, no, you don't have flight. He didn't fly. You have teleportation, which is special, which actually, if you hadn't had 410, now I have to explain everything. Dang it. It was going to be a surprise.
Give me your lore, Magic Man.
All right. So, one, you can shoot lightning out of your hands. Like, surprise.
Yeah.
It's a very controlled electrical discharge that you can, if you are fully in control, you can adjust. It could be taser. It could be like, just interplanetary
Summon a storm and
lightning
put down a
bolt.
ball.
Yeah, yeah. However, there is a teleportation effect in which you can become an electrical charge. And so he had perfected it in a sense that, like, he could go, like, point to point just in open air. And really, he was traveling the space in between, but as an electrical charge.
Okay.
Okay?
Interesting.
But for you, as you're getting used to it, it might be, so like when he was learning how to do it, and this is all sort of, not necessarily you're getting his memories, but he learned how to do it by traveling along conductive surfaces. So, for instance, you could, if you were on a like wired phone, you could hop through a phone line or power line.
Stick your finger
Good
in the
omens
light
this
socket.
shit. I love that so much.
Yeah.
The madness of angels.
And then when you get good at it, as we know, lightning can jump from any point to any point, depending on the what's happening environmentally. That can happen, but it has the limitation of you can't go into a sealed room, right? Like a grounded, insulated. That's what I want. So you wouldn't
Makes
be able to
sense.
cross an insulated barrier. So it's not true teleportation
Yeah.
in that you're somehow leaving this space and arriving in this space.
It's crossing through wires.
Yeah, you are actually traveling the distance in between,
Love
but
that.
at the speed of lightning.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. That's so hot.
Amazing.
Okay. I want to take. I'd like to let Chainsaw try this shit and then try my powers out.
Okay.
While he has a big ol' access to a big,
A big
I can't think of what it is.
I do.
a big thing.
Power
Force
tool?
field. Force
Yes.
field.
Yeah, that's what we were all thinking.
Yeah.
And
Wieners. What? Who said
right
that?
here.
It's the troll that lives in the corner.
Wait, what'd you say?
You missed it.
Come on.
I just
Just
like
did a little hey.
Arm touch.
Uh-huh.
and we're all here.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
I could take it.
I hope.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I could totally take it.
Okay. You first.
All right.
All right.
Hit me.
You're going to use the injector,
Right.
right? Okay. And then,
Hit me.
so, first you use the injector.
No, I meant Sapna has the injector.
Nope.
Nope.
No, you.
I think it's
I feel
single
like
use.
yeah. Like we're not sharing needles.
Yeah, no, there's a fresh one. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, right. They're all
so-
single use.
Yeah, they could be reloaded, but whatever.
Hmm.
So you use the injector. I need you to roll stability. You just need 4s. It's easy peasy.
Stability.
While I was rolling that, I have to say, the worst line in any superhero movie in
Yeah.
existence, and I have watched a lot of stinkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I was so ready for that line to be so badass when I first watched it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
The lightning.
We were all
lightning
really
toads,
waiting for
that
it
one?
to be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a motherfucking queen.
Yep. What do you got?
Not
Got a
gonna
pair of fours for
burn
me?
a
You
willpower.
got the
Okay.
powers what you got.
Yeah.
I had a pair of 3s, but that ain't gonna
That's
do
not gonna
it.
do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna raise taxes. Again?
A pair of 3s.
Oh my god.
One more willpower.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen this time for sure.
And if it
For
doesn't, I'm
sure.
living with it.
For sure.
Then we'll know what happens.
Yeah.
Then we'll know what happens.
Can you add 6 + 1?
I mean, don't forget you can
1, 3,
spend
5, 6, 7.
you can spend 4 willpower to buy a wiggle die before you roll.
Oh no, it's too late.
Decisions have
I'm
been
now
made.
living with the consequences.
Oh,
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
Okay.
Sure.
So you take this, and the easiest outlet. I'm going to apply this to your flight power first, okay? Because the alternative could be catastrophic. And you're not out of your mind, but you are. It's like when you first got Citadel's
Citadel's
powers,
powers.
right? That
Yes.
feeling of, just power overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you just rocket straight up, and you are in the outer atmosphere before you realize. I need the scale charts. The power
yeah.
scale. Because what's your normal flight power? How many dice is that? It's your TK, I think, right? Your aura.
Is it my aura or
Let's see, I have it here too.
Ouroboros.
I guess you could figure out how far it goes.
is it part of my second Citadel power?
I thought.
No, aura has the useful movement. It has speed. Yeah. So, oh no, it's 9 dice.
Oh my god.
Surprise, 9 dice.
Surprise, you're in
Okay.
space.
So normally, okay,
Moan!
I have to do a lot of math. Okay, it's actually unreal math. Yeah, I think you crossed over the speed of light.
Oh my god.
I need
no.
640 yards times 10 times.
Oh, I was about to pull up my calculator, but my calculator can't do that.
Yeah.
640 times 10
Like to the power of 10.
to the power of 10.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it could...
Oh, no, not exponentially. No.
No.
That's times itself 10
So is it
times.
times
Oh,
10
okay.
times 10 times
So
10
it's-
times
Yes.
10?
So
10 times.
640 times 10
Oh, good. James V is on it too.
Times
Mhm.
10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I mean, I think we hit the speed of light
9.
already.
10. This says 6.4 E12.
So
and I
that's
don't
12
know what that
zeros.
means.
Yeah. Like 300. No. Is it 600 million miles per hour, something like that? Hold on. Speed of light in. I only know it in kph or meters per second.
Like, I don't understand.
Oh, this
when
is
it,
E
when it
plus
brought
8.
in an E.
Yeah. You passed it plus 4.
You are
E plus
double.
4 ago.
Yeah, you're double.
Yeah. So
I feel like Hector's like,
Uh-oh.
I think we went outside.
It's literally like, but we didn't even see it happen. Like, you took it, you were
I'm
there.
there, and then
Speed
I'm
of
gone.
light, we can't see
yeah.
that.
And
You're
so
gone.
what I'm going to apply this as really, because we have, aside from the transdimensional bullshit and superpowers, I have tried to pay lip service to physics to the best of my ability. And I believe that you cannot totally travel at the speed of light.
Right.
So you're at 99.99999% the speed of light, which is goddamn close enough.
Mm-hmm.
And in the... Okay, so this effect has to last for 5 minutes.
Oh no.
So I'm going to give you another stability check. I'm going to give you, but this one's the 8 stability check. at halfway. And if you can get yourself under control, you could turn around and fly back. But you are currently 2 minutes out from Earth at the speed of light.
Did he die?
I can't tell. I think Kid is like, I don't know where he is.
Is there some sort of
But I
displacement thing that happens
I didn't feel
What do you mean?
the thing,
at
so
ground zero when I? Is there like a?
Not really,
There'd
because
probably be a thunderclap or
oh
something.
yeah, yeah. Certainly, there's a sonic boom. But like it's actually, I mean, technically, you should ignite the atmosphere, right? So we're not doing that.
Right.
We have done the Trail of Fire before.
Yes, we'll have a little trail of fire, but like literally, it should be like an atom bomb going off.
Right.
Yeah.
To have a physical body moving that fast is the energy is like we don't want that.
Wait, how much is it for a wiggle die?
Four willpower, just
Four,
four willpower.
Glad Green Street gave me a hug.
Yeah,
I mean, the air's on fire.
yeah,
it's starting to go out.
The air's on fire.
yeah.
Well, you have a wiggle
What?
die. Are they?
Well, that gives me 4 6s then.
And you
Oh,
have
you
eight.
need eights.
Mm-hmm.
You can still re-roll. You get to keep the wiggle die if you re-roll.
Okay, good.
Yeah, until you're done with this roll, you
This is-
keep that wiggle die.
Iggy's dice love trauma. Even more than Jason's dice love trauma.
Yeah. So it takes this like 2 minutes for you to like understand what's happening. Like, I have to move. You have to move it.
There you go.
That's 3 8s now. All right.
Okay. You managed to turn that love around and
Turn the beat
Head
around.
head back towards this tiny blue dot in the distance.
Further, you would have gotten lost.
Yeah, we're just gonna say you could follow the trail of fire back.
Land like,
Yeah.
it's been strong.
Also, all of you back here at the lake, there's this, like from the boom, all of the fish have been knocked
no.
out. They're not dead. They're
Okay.
just knocked out. And so they're like,
Taking a nap.
yeah.
I like to
So sleepy.
like. It's like, oh. It's like, are they?
They're fine. Ugh.
Slimy.
It's always weird to go into animals.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can kind of do it now,
non-mammals
but
in
it does
particular,
not feel good.
Yeah, it's yucky.
Uh,
So I'm going to take a spin around the planet a few times.
Yeah, just to like run it out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you can feel it start to, like as you're slowing down, you're like, okay. And then you could sort of like just, like scuba fall back into the atmosphere of like, all right, this is good. And then there's this returning fireball. Because also you're like, where's my continent? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is
Well,
good.
this does not look like a map.
Right.
Nothing's the right size. That's way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And yeah, you just come barreling back in and
Just land. Just like steaming.
superhero landing.
So hard on the knees.
It's a bit strong.
did it work?
Oh, yeah. I don't really know where I was, but the Earth was about that big.
Maybe it works too well.
You hear over the comm with Dr. Light, agree to disagree.
How much time, Dr. Light, how much time do we have left on chainsaws?
Well, it's been about 5 minutes. You timed it because you could feel like you need to run out the rest of this,
Yeah.
right? And allowed yourself to descend when you knew you were basically under your own control.
That makes
Yeah, I thought at one point about like shooting towards the moon or maybe the sun, but I didn't want to blow anything up.
That could have happened.
I don't know if it would get better with trial and error, but it also seems like from both of us, the thing you decide to do is
Yeah.
the thing you are doing for 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. I'm not gonna
It's a
take
great-
that for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna get some good old practice in, and then I guess we should all re-meet for
You hear
Brian.
again, Dr. Light over the comms like, are we done testing?
We're done. Yeah.
Oh, but that was only 2.
I don't know if anyone else wants to do it.
I don't want to melt anybody's brain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody should come back to the lab because I want to try it.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. All of us have the same reaction, but I do want to see this.
Yeah.
I do too.
If she turns into the leader on me, or they turn into the leader, get mad.
Oh, with the big head? No, we're not doing that. It grosses me out. I hate those.
I'm just saying, if Dr. Light becomes Lex Luthor, we're gonna have problems. And by problems, I mean Ibrahim will be the least of our worries.
Yeah. So what happens?
Okay, so no one's stopping her. Doesn't sound like that
I'm
was...
interested.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, she's
I
an
mean-
adult woman who created the thing in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah. And she can do it while we're here or when we're not.
And honestly, the fact that she didn't test it on herself first, she deserves a fucking parade.
Yeah. Somebody get her a peace prize.
Like, can we talk about personal growth?
Like,
This is...
she knocked?
I mean, eventually.
That's just
Growth.
Yeah,
gross.
we got there.
Yeah, baby steps.
Okay. So we gather back in the lab because she feels like it's safe to do it. Like she wants to have all of her instruments around and like be able to read every aspect of what's happening. And
feed it out to
yeah.
all the others.
Well, yeah, and everybody else was on the screen anyway. All the other Doctor's Light, right? We're all like observing all of this stuff.
So retroactive.
Yeah.
That the screen with all the Doctor's Light became like a dancing tree for all the rest of this thing.
Sure, yeah. This like interrupted their view for a minute as the cameras all were like, woohoo!
I love that.
All right, so we gather back in the lab, and she sits down kind of at her desk, but like turns her back to the desk, and all the other Dr. Lights are behind her, and she sets some things out that she's like, okay. She sets like a paper and pen and a tablet and a laptop. She's not sure
Which one's she gonna want?
what she's gonna need to do. Kind of like if you're, if you hear people talking about setting up like a psilocybin trip where you want to have a set and setting, right? It's important to have care and be thoughtful about it. So
Make a nice space.
yeah,
Wait, I'm sorry. So she makes a nice space.
her power works differently from yours.
I love it.
Just gets all these
You
things
made
arranged.
dancing machines. That's a nice space.
Yeah,
Mhm,
that was
mhm.
good.
It's a lovely space.
Mine was a very cold space.
Didn't feel cold. You felt great.
Were you screaming? 'Cause we couldn't hear
Well,
you.
no. Oh, that was good. Thank you. You also didn't need to breathe. You just held your breath.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Cool.
hmm
Dr. Light prepares her own injector. Checks it 2 more times than she checked any of yours.
How wooed.
Seriously.
I do notice, and also my eye keeps twitching.
That's not because of this, she says defensively.
You.
But before I narrate this, has everyone seen the GIF or video of the cosmic cat where they put the flower on the cat's head
Yes.
and the eyes bug out, and then usually they animate just the cosmos behind it? I feel like that's going to be an important touchstone
Yeah.
for
Like the eyes getting super
Yeah.
big and blown out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dr. Light injects herself with the nudge. Her eyes do, in fact, get very big. As do all of the Doctor's Lights in the screens. including scintillation. All of them, their eyes get very big, and they all whisper at the same time, "Oh. Oh." Just like all together, all at the same time.
Oh, shit.
Creeping me out.
And that's just in the first few seconds. Anything you want to do?
Back up slow.
Pass the popcorn.
Can I have caffeine yet? Where's Brian?
One of the Dr. Lights on the screen turns to you. The screen doesn't move, but the person in the let's say it's the violet one, right? Turns to face you in a way that doesn't make sense, right? And spews a series of digits. Just is like, it's not so fast that you can't listen and like grab a piece of paper and start, but it's like a 20-digit number of something. And at the same time, your Dr. Light picks up the pen from her pad and pen and the laptop and is just using both. And there's a lot going on.
If she had a third hand, she'd be using all three.
Yes. And everybody on the screens are all doing something, right?
Yeah.
They're like making notes in some way. Nobody's just like singing karaoke or anything. They're all like writing something down.
They've gone silent and focused.
Yeah.
So fair.
So that is it's not a very flashy effect. However, when it starts to be on the tail end of the effect, Dr. Light is just frantically trying to get these last ideas down, and is so what she says is, okay, oh boy, I did not expect it to go like that, except each word comes from a different monitor.
Oh my god. They reached symbiosis.
And she turns to the screen and says, "Why are you doing that?" But it's all, again, it's like a different one says each word. And then again, they're saying like, this should be wearing off. What's happening? Like,
Oh no.
are we? And so it would seem that the Doctor's Light have formed what is essentially a gestalt.
A hive mind.
Yeah, not a hive mind, because they're all
Individual.
independent and individuals. They're not like Klaus,
Sure.
right? Like Klaus is one person
Right.
who can do a bunch of stuff at once because he can be in multiple places, right? They are like, what do we say, like 10 different people, something like that. But they're synced.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
gonna be difficult.
yeah, they're going to need a period of adjustment. And they have entered into this dialogue that is basically impossible to follow along at this point, because most of them are speaking at the same time, and then the other, like half of them will speak, and then half of them will speak, and it's just this round robin fairly hard to follow conversation. So
I think that's it.
she's ignoring you at this point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
She's acting like herself, I guess, right?
Ourselves.
Uh,
I'm gonna go outside. Yeah.
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 all right.
Good luck.
there's no response.
Yeah. Just heads out.
Did you still wanna?
Yeah, I think I need to try to get a hang of this stuff. Might want to stand back. I'm gonna try my power.
Are you going to do the injector or just
No.
regular old?
No.
I mean, why not start big?
Regular old.
Quick, hold it down.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? Yeah, I just wanna. I want to start small. I want to start with a little Palpatine.
Okay, so going outdoors and zapping a tree or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I'll zap a tree.
Rock.
Rock. I'll
Let's
zap a
fire.
rock.
Wrong.
Trees are better conductors.
That's true. Fish. No. Tree.
No.
Or, I mean, you could target the lake, but that will probably kill the fish.
I don't
so-
want to electrify an entire lake and kill the fish.
Yeah,
I very
I
much don't
fish
wanna
in
do
there.
that. I will choose a tree that is separated from the other trees so that I don't start a forest
Oh yeah,
fire.
that's easy
Yeah.
to control. Yeah.
Mhm,
You,
yeah.
you could aegis out the, like shield. You could like what do you got? Well, like when you put the cover over the candle,
Yeah.
the like
Snuff.
Yeah, you could just snuff it out. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's use your biokinesis dice.
Cool.
My sister and I used to fight over the snuffer and the snuffing duties as a child.
It's fun.
That's
I
funny.
love when the candle comes in a jar and you could just put the lid back on
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then watch it like go out. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. That's
Now,
fun.
am I using wiggle dice for this,
Yeah,
or am I?
you can.
Okay.
You can.
Wow.
You have so
Baby's
much more
first
control
day
out
out.
of your power than I
It's
ever
just
did.
like, God, I'm like, woo, 3 tens.
Well, we're not under pressure yet.
It's true.
Okay, so 3 tens. You're able to create this arc of electricity between you and the tree. Oh, 3 tens? Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and explode the tree.
Yeah.
Again, this often happens in a lightning strike. If it's enough voltage, it boils all the water inside of it, and the like where your arc hits the tree just explodes outward. There's like bark, wooden shrapnel, and then the rest of the tree is just like falls over, which somebody can catch and won't do any damage or harm. But that tree is dead. I guess some harm was done.
I mean,
But-
Heather can fix that.
Yeah. Who?
Heather?
Oh yeah, she's here. She come out to watch.
Why am I so mean to myself? Fine.
She's been here the whole time.
Sam? Okay.
But we told her not to come out.
Hold on. 1 second. And is there a base of the tree still there?
Yeah, a trunk.
Here's the thing I'd like to try. Kit gets a little thoughtful and then reaches, still wearing the suit, reaches in and pulls out organic free-range grass-fed steel.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to throw it at the trunk of the tree and try to electrify it in the air.
Oh.
It is
Okay.
steel. It's human steel, but
No, it's organic steel. There's a difference. There's a difference.
this steel is made of people.
One person in particular.
Anyway, I'd like to try that. It
Okay.
doesn't have to work. I'd just like to try it.
Let's roll it with a -2.
Sure.
Oh, and we'll convert the wiggle die to a regular die. So
Okay.
roll 5 dice.
Cool.
Sorry, that's a double penalty, but this is real hard.
2 3s.
Okay, yeah, you manage to connect with it as it's going and create the oh my god, bridge the connection. All words have left my brain.
Rainbow connection.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Someday we'll find it. You're able to deliver that, and it'll be probably a little easier the next time you try it.
Right.
But,
Oh.
however, it's worth noting that you've probably, you hit this with a couple of shocks. You're getting a feel for it. You're feeling like some of the sparks and stuff coming off you. Everyone's like backed way off because we're like, well, but perfectly reasonable caution, I think, right? Like, everyone's backed way up. And the grass around you is a little burnt, as just a little like going into the soil. Harmless. However, when you're doing this for the first time in a long time, your always on ability of scanning is not on. Is that panic inducing or is that comforting?
No. Listen, it could be comforting, but it like hitting very suddenly, like, oh, I can't hear this. That's very scary.
Okay. Now, if you
How
tell
can I
me
be
that,
the best if my scanning ability isn't on?
Yeah.
then I'm gonna need you to do a
I
stability
get
roll.
it. Listen,
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I get it.
Because you can tell me it's not upsetting and we don't have to roll.
I'm an honest
Okay.
honest player.
Okay.
I have a straight.
Oh no.
We don't do those here.
5, 6, 7,
All
8.
red
Obviously,
cards.
not enough.
I have so much willpower. I will use one, but just one, because it honestly is a little interesting.
It's up to you.
Fives.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you managed to quell the rising panic.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do it the way everybody else does. You take deep breaths, you close your eyes. You don't have any control over your limbic system, over your, endorphins, over your, all of these things that you can like, let's flip these switches to like manage this. Whatever your normal, like, you know how you normally manage your 2-week sleep cycle?
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're supposed to be in that is now caught up.
Oh.
Okay, so let's roll 2 dice and tell me what they add up to.
Okay. 19. I rolled a 9 and a 10.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm gonna say that's almost as bad as it gets, probably. I think you're okay. This doesn't make a ton of sense. We don't have anything to compare it to, but you're essentially 19 days without sleep.
Yeah,
Is how you feel.
sure.
You don't have to collapse or anything, but like most people lose their minds at like 5 days
Yeah.
of sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
I think from the outside, what you see is that Kid is like doing lightning things, and then all of a sudden slows. Their hands like drop to their sides, and then they kind of clench their fists, turn, and just glass eyes. Like there's nothing behind them, and just start to slowly walk back towards the ledge.
I will come and assist you back to the lodge.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm so fucking tired.
So Sarah, I'm gonna have you not be able to switch power sets until you sleep.
Okay. Okay. Everything's off. And I don't think I've slept since, what's today?
So Heather comes like running up as well, and she's like, "You said you don't need to sleep that much. What do you mean?"
I don't normally.
You know what? We can save the questions and everything for after you do get some, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get the back up. Wait, are you Kit right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Hector see the lines of power?
How do you mean?
Because I think one of the times he aura read, he saw like the two competing. With Sapna got the.
Oh yeah, that is true. Let's roll telepathy. That's the normal way to say it.
Me, it hurts me.
That's how people say that.
3 sevens.
I almost said let's roll TP. And
Yeah.
what'd you get?
3 sevens.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you can see the it's kind of a crude analogy, but you could, with Sapna, you could see the sort of snakes winding around each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one of the snakes has just sat on the other one
Mm-hmm.
and it's crushing it. And what a dragon, maybe like one dragon just crushed the other dragon, like I'm in charge now.
This is like when you have two big cats
Oh yeah,
and one is like, I'm here now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm using this bed, and it's okay that you're still in it, but I'm sleeping here now. And yeah, that is the best sort of description I can give, is that one of these powers has just completely overwhelmed the other one, because the other one usually regulates how this body works. And
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Do you feel anything outside of electricity?
No. And I'm gonna take a key from my mother, who's experienced sleep deprivation, and that Kit kind of like giggles a little at that, and then just begins laughing hysterically. Just that complete dysregulation of emotions that comes with being so tired. But it's kind of creepy.
Very creepy.
I think their body powers are off.
can we help them sleep?
Well, I'm pretty sure if we just put them in a bed.
Oh, okay. And like Heather's got one of your arms draped over her shoulders, you know, and is trying to get you back up to the house, to the lodge. So,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
As amazing as this visual is, Chainsaw, do you want to? I think you could
oh, hold
faster.
on, real quick. As you're going back, and you're suggesting Chainsaw like help carry Kit up to the house, right? Okay, so as you're doing that, Kit, you have a moment. You turn and realize like all the people in the lawn chairs are standing up to give you a standing ovation because you're the best. And
Thank
they're
you.
cheering, and they're just the band is going, what they're playing, and they're just like so appreciative of everything that you've done.
You didn't have to come out like this, but I appreciate it.
Hey, Doc, is there something called sleep?
Wait, what? Oh, Dr. Light is not available right
He's
now.
talking to Kit. He's talking to Kit.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm assuming Hector's still jacked in.
Yeah, you can be sort of following the.
Kinda like getting-
Oh yeah, you can hear. You can hear the
like,
applause.
oh, this brain is doing fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Is there like a sleep psychosis?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
No.
No?
It's like more like exhaustion-induced hallucinations.
Hector is seeing through Kit's eyes and like going like this through one of the people that are clapping at you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that not?
He must be intangible. That's sort of rude, actually. An intangible person just waving their arm through all of your fans.
Are you okay?
All right.
Some of the people there are looking afraid of Hector and are like backing away from him.
Hector, maybe you should take a seat.
Hector looks around. And
That one's taken.
there are no seats.
There's like 50 seats here.
Okay.
You want to make a stability check?
Yeah. Because I think Caduceus Kit
Yeah.
is like
Mhm.
smart
Yeah.
while also. so
Well, that's the
exhausted
funny
and
thing about-
hallucinations,
Yeah, hallucinations.
Yeah. which makes it worse.
So
you
if
know?
I just need 6s, by the way.
I've got 9s.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah, you managed to like reel this in enough, let this group of people get you back up to the room that you have at the lodge, and go to sleep.
Yeah. I lay down. And
Yeah, I was going to suggest Sapna goes up there with you.
Yeah.
Instead of me.
Yeah, well, I think Sapna and Heather
Yeah.
help get you to your room.
I'm out, baby. Out to my adoring fans.
When
You
you
say-
wake up, we are going to have a serious discussion about just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Kit says, "I'm out, baby." Is that right?
Absolutely do.
Like hung between Heather and Sapna.
I am out, baby.
Yeah, right. Great. That's the scene I wanted. Yeah, this is fine for me.
Ooh.
I get willpower.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So, okay. So I actually need to do this. So, in Kit's lodge room, Sapna, Kit's asleep, probably. Whatever is going on. There's some mumbling. It's-
There's a lot of room to catch up on.
There's a lot of like, thank you so much.
Please no.
No, really, that's too much. But it's mumbly and like you wouldn't be like Heather probably can't hear it, but you can like parse this out and be like, what is going on in there?
That's just a mild contusion. You're okay.
Yeah,
He's crashing. Oh my god.
you get healed and you get healed and you get healed. Heather turns to you. So Heather's sitting on like at the foot of the bed, and there's like another chair. I don't know if you would be lingering or what, but Heather just says, "Did you know that they haven't been sleeping for like weeks at a time?
Fuck no.
Kid said that they don't need to, but now all of a sudden, I've never seen this happen before, but they told me that it was okay because they understand their body, and I'm so worried."
I think normally it would be, technically. Although I can think of at least 4 different instances in which it wouldn't be, but whatever. But when Chainsaw... I don't know how much they told you about the whole, like, other power situation.
Have we left? Have you
I
had
think-
full disclosure?
I think Kit has said like I got new powers. They
And
are
like Heather
dangerous.
knows that other
Yes.
powers can happen,
Yes.
and like that whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
So, when Chainsaw got his other powers, it was like a toggle
Yeah.
lever, you know. It was either one
Oh.
or the other.
Well, they must be regulating their body all the time then.
Yeah.
I wonder if they even realize how much they're like manually regulating their body.
Honestly, if I had to guess, they don't.
Huh.
It's kind of just a part of them. Like, you can sense all the plants and all of that, right?
Well, when I want to, yeah.
But there's never really a time when you don't know that they're there.
True, yeah.
I can tune stuff out. But there's never a time when I'm not aware.
Yeah.
When it, like, I'm not technically like hearing everything in a, 640-yard radius, give or take.
Well, remind me, is Heather a nurse or a doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor. Okay.
Pediatrician.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All
In
right.
my mind, she's always been Arizona from Grey's Anatomy
Oh.
because we made so many Grey's Anatomy references.
Sure. Yeah. That would be great. I don't remember if we had a fan cast for Heather. But she says, okay, can you just help me real quick? I want to take their pulse and just like do like a quick check here. And that's just the 3 of you, we're going to like pan out with the 3 of you playing doctor, and it's fine and normal.
You would say it like that.
Yes, I would. Oh, and thank you in the chat, by the way. That's very kind of you. It's lovely to have you here. For the rest of you, we'll roll to the next day, shall we? Because it's gonna take that long to like get Dr. Light back into like a more interactable object.
I do think I sleep for like 20 straight hours.
Yeah, for
kind of
sure.
thing. Yeah.
For sure.
Mhm.
But in that, like after the first 10 hours or so, you wake up and can maybe like adjust your power set, like get back to your more your default, and be like, yeah, I should still probably catch up on this though. And there's also, so while you're unconscious, Sapna, Heather asks if you'd be willing to trade off with her sitting with Kit, just in case, like Heather wants somebody conscious with Kit, like in case something goes wrong.
Of course.
Okay, so you two are trading off, and that's great. Cool.
In my notes, this goes as Heather and Sapna have an adult conversation.
Yep. Yes.
This is so good.
Yeah, and I think there probably is, like, if we need to, backfill anything later, there is, like Heather's like bringing you lunch, and like as you two are trading off, and it's a long night, and it's it's just a stressful thing about the person you both care about, and something that you went through together. So
We have at least a 20-minute conversation about how we're going to tackle the no, really, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
right, yeah, you have a whole like mind map, like conversation tree of like, okay, if they say this, then you jump in, and otherwise I'll say that,
Oh, no, I don't want to wake up to an intervention.
Fuck. Too bad.
Maybe polyamory isn't for me. 2 people to hold me accountable.
Oh no, 2 people who care deeply about my well-being. Okay, so
Oh my god.
in the morning, anything else we should cover?
I think so.
Okay. In the morning, we like at about. Would you go fishing most mornings?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, like
Now they're all recovering from their trauma.
the fish.
Yes.
Oh, they woke back up soon enough, within an hour or so.
They forgot.
Yeah, they're fish. Okay. The y'all should really catch the Twitch VOD at some point for our chat. Just unhinged.
Fantastic.
Okay, moving on. There is the lodge has like an alarm system, not like somebody's breaking into the house kind of alarm, but like like we have an emergency that we need to deal with.
It's the voice.
Yeah, what is it?
There is an emergency.
Yeah,
There
wee
is
woo, wee woo.
Yeah.
There's an emergency.
Something's going on, I guess.
There's
Should
a
probably get
thing.
downstairs. So
Take the bat pole.
Yep, sure. Make it down to the basement, and there's just Dr. Light. There's not a bunch of others on the screen. However, her eyes have a distinctive, like, lilac glow, like light purple. This like literally a little luminescent.
Mm.
As if
So-
she could get hotter.
Yeah.
And somehow she has.
It's
You got drizzed eyes.
yeah. It's not so bright that you can't like maintain eye contact with her, but it is like if the lights were off, it literally would glow, right?
Mm.
So,
Love that.
but she has actually right away you would recognize Chainsaw, the moon base, and the introvert who was left there, right?
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, okay, Gary.
By Gary's own desire.
Yes, yeah,
Gary
not
the
left there.
cat man.
Gary, who chose to stay and is very
Okay.
happy with his decision.
All right. Who's a Fallout 3 fan in the chat? Because Gary is a hilarious name for that.
Yes. Yes.
There is a vault where there are about 50 to 70 Garys.
Yes.
So,
Yep. Love it. I absolutely love that moment. It scared the shit out of me when it happened, but like,
Scary.
yeah, that's really fun. So yes, Gary is on the screen and like picking a cat up off the keyboard, and then again, and says, "Okay, this just I had to slow it down a bunch, but our sensors caught this," and he like switches to screen share, which he does right on the first try because he's used it more than once.
Oh.
So,
Great
wait, no, I
job.
need permission. I think from.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Like permission box pops up, like, oh crap. But no, he's like switches to this like camera view that had recorded something earlier, and what you have is that sort of rectangular box thing, like the type of ship that Scintillation had that you all rode from the dinosaur planet. One of those like appears from this like rainbow crack in the sky of just like the sea of stars sky over above the moon. It appears and propels slowly towards the black hole, and you see the door on the side of it open, and a space-suited figure step out, and it has the suit has like a little like the gravitational propeller belt that Scintillation had. The suited figure like steps out of the ship and is drifting towards the black hole, but there was just enough angle on the one to see that it is a Brian. I'm using lowercase a Brian, so we don't know for a fact that it's E Brian.
Is there a goatee drawn on the outside of this?
There is not.
That's our Brian, y'all.
It's an armband with just the letter E.
Is
Like
he
Team Rocket.
packing for sub sandwiches?
No.
And it's not our Brian.
So so Gary is relaying this like this is this just happened, and then he switches to the live view, and there's still the ship there with the door open, and there's this tiny little speck that you could see, because now his perspective is like the background is just the black hole, which is just, you can't see literally, but there's emptiness in the sky. It's starting to come around where you can see the edge of like the sunlight bending around in a really confusing way, but you can see this little speck of a man headed towards the black hole.
Oh, that can't be good.
No.
Mm-mm.
Why would he want to go in there?
I guess we're about to find out.
And Dr. Light in this room with you says, "How did he get one of my ships?" And her tone sounds different.
Yeah. I think Scintillation, have you missed any ships lately? Or
And her eyes, like she looks up at the ceiling for a minute. No, all ships and equipment and suits and gravity belts are accounted for.
well, that's a mystery for after we make sure that he doesn't go into a black hole that we can't follow, right?
Correct.
How are we going to stop him?
I don't know if we can
How
stop.
long does it take to power up the dimensional teleporter?
Oh, they're ready to go at a moment's notice. So
I think we probably should not be raw dogging it like Brian is, though.
Ryan's in a spacesuit.
Yeah, but that's still
He's
raw
in-
dogging a black hole. You
He's
know?
been untethered.
We should take a ship. Scintillation, any chance that you have one we can borrow?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Let's get ready.
Yeah.
Do we have time to get ready? Like, does he look? How far away is he from it?
Well, it's hard to tell distance,
Right.
Right. So, but like it is, like we're still abiding by the distance of space, right? You certainly have minutes, maybe an
Correct.
hour. It's within that realm of whatever.
Sure. Yeah, let's go. Kit runs away
Right.
towards. I can't leave to go into a black hole without saying goodbye to my girlfriend. That's important.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
I. Where did these digits mean?
She looks at those and like blinks a couple times and says in a little bit more like frantic, fast-speaking fashion that's more familiar, says, "Oh, that's how the transdimensional coordinates work. That's how we know how to set the machines to a particular universe. That's I haven't used that one before.
It's where Brian is.
Okay. Oh, H. Brian. Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know where that is, but we could find out. Hold on,
Can you go get him?
I'm looking it up. And Greenstreak says, "Yeah, I'll head there. I don't think I'm going to be much help with this."
Thank you.
He still needs like ground to push off, like to make his power work.
Yeah. Dr. Light.
I mean, technically, I am also not particularly useful out there. With
Well-
the lack of sound waves.
Well, you could get a gravity belt. You could, it's all kinds of stuff.
Are you taking a lot of that stimulant? The nudge?
No, I haven't had any more since that first dose.
No.
I don't think I'm going to need it anymore.
Why not?
We're finished.
Oh, like completed?
That's probably a better word for it.
Yeah. I miss them on the screen though.
Well, they don't need to be on the screen.
Not for you.
Maybe
All
the
right,
rest
well,
of us
that's-
enjoyed the view.
Oh, you find me attractive.
Well,
Some of you.
Oh, this makes a lot more sense. I'm sorry I wasn't aware of that before.
No, that's fine. It's better that way.
Okay.
You were more attractive before you went, "Oh, you find me attractive." To be honest.
I can see how that would be off-putting. I'm sorry.
Like parrot it back in the exact, like in the Dr.
Yeah,
Light voice.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not in the room for this conversation. I think Kit would die.
death by
Honestly.
awkward.
Honestly, Pooja is dying a little right now.
Good.
All right, well, I guess we better get ready to go. What are we gonna do?
Hector's moving over to Bill and just doing pre-flight stuff.
Doctor
Oh, it
is
has been another day. Does that mean
You gain willpower?
oh, that too.
Oh, that
but also
too.
Bill.
Oh yeah. Let's roll again for Bill.
Doctor's Light. It is my understanding that if you go into a black hole, you are crushed by gravity.
Oh yeah. If you get within a certain distance,
So what the fuck is that about?
I don't know. I mean, everything has an ability to withstand being crushed to some extent, and I assume he thinks he can approach closer than most people could, but I don't know.
I rolled a pair of sevens.
Okay. Then let's. Wait, how much damage did he have left?
He has 3 left.
Okay, so let's close all of it.
Yay!
That's great.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, he is back in fighting shape.
I even touched up your luchador paint for
Awesome.
you. It kind of oozed up, but we're working on it.
Time to go in hand-to-hand combat with you, Brian. Sorry, Bill.
Well, we do our best. But yeah, that's. Oh, and Dr. Light says, you will probably be close enough. If you're not killed, you'll be close enough to have a slightly different experience with time, and it'll be difficult for us to keep track of you in real time, so to speak.
Yeah.
All time is real. That's an unimportant. Never mind.
Time is fake.
Oh no, that's not accurate actually. It's just not as complicated as I thought. So
That's a
Someone who's literally
mouthful.
lost sleep over like quantum time. This makes me mad.
So we will need to amplify the ability of your gravitational thrusters. Your shielding ability should be effective. Also, let's make sure everybody has a couple doses of nudge, we're calling it. She asks you.
Guess so.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, and she like rattles off like a chemical composition. Would be too complicated to say in a pinch. So
Can Bill have like a nudge injector in him?
yeah,
And he
easy.
can also, if I needed to nudge somebody, I could shoot him with it.
Oh, I don't know if we could arrange a launcher that quick.
Okay.
An auto
Like a
injector,
tranquilizer
yes.
gun.
Yeah, one for you. But I think if you wanted to get someone else, you'd have to like deliver
Okay.
it. Yeah. Because it's a very safe device to make sure it doesn't accidentally activate. So it's really like you have to put a lot of force into that thumb button and like deliver it on purpose. So, yeah.
Okay, player-wise?
Yeah.
My thing about the sound waves, like, I don't actually understand how I would use any of those powers out there.
Right. So that part will be a little bit complicated. However, you will have a spacesuit. You'll have a gravity belt that will allow you to move around. Those are devices that you'll be able to make use of. And if you are in physical contact with somebody else, you can use all of your sound powers. Sonic boom would probably not be that effective if you're trying to not kill. But certainly all of the like vibe check and all that, like if you're in physical contact with somebody, that
And
works.
not to get too grotesque with it, but like somebody inside a spacesuit can hear audio communications through a walkie-talkie because
Yeah.
there's gravity created inside the
There's
spacesuit.
air. There's air inside.
the
Yeah.
spacesuit. So I guess anyone that's in a spacesuit would still be subject to your powers.
As long as I'm touching them.
Yeah,
that
you
point,
just have to
because
be touching
Right.
the way my powers work is like the sound comes from me and goes outward.
Yeah,
Ah,
it requires a
okay.
medium.
Yeah.
So
So thank you. Sorry. I realized like I should have done a lot more research into how sound works before I started playing this character.
it's okay.
But science, it's hard.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
Uh,
how do I think and do damage?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Science, obviously.
Science?
Just wondering.
Blinded me with science.
Yes. Okay, so we've got some basic preparations made. You step through to Scintillation's ship, or Scintillation, I guess. Or no,
Can
it's
I
called the
have-
Rising Star. The ship is called the Rising Star.
The fastest conversation with Heather.
Oh, yeah,
before
yeah,
we
for
go.
sure, for
Pause.
sure.
Okay, cool. If we don't have time, it's fine.
She's like
Right.
helping you put on the spacesuit before you leave to go to the spaceship.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I think I ran and I actually before spacesuit even happened, I like ran to find Heather and I was like, okay, so everything that I've told you about everything with Brian, we found the other one and he's in space and going into a black hole, and we have to go, and I didn't want you to not know, and I didn't want you to feel left out, and I don't know what happens in black holes. I think something to do with time, and I just...
She's just wide-eyed. Like, what do you mean a black hole? You
Yeah.
mean where the Earth was in that other world?
Yeah.
But the Earth is gone.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I know. And I haven't been good about all of this with you. and I just wanted you to know. And I don't want to put any pressure on you anyway, ever. But I might not make it back from this. So if I don't, I love you and goodbye. But if you wanted to come, I don't know.
I just don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
I think I'd be in the way. But I love you too. Way to get that one out there.
Oh, if I not said that. Fuck.
You tell me. You tell me. Is that established or no?
I see. The hardest thing is that what?
You had the like pause. I love you.
When?
You mean just now?
4 episodes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
yeah.
The retcon.
I was about to go to the funny. I'll
yeah.
always go with the funniest option, but no. Let's keep the timeline. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't want you to come and just die because I don't want you to be left without me either. It's not fair to say, hello, I'm being very heroic and I'm going off and you have no say in anything. And that's definitely not fair here.
Would
so.
you stay if I asked you to?
I don't think I can.
I wasn't going to. It felt like the right question to ask to put things in perspective.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So just come back.
Okay.
No, really, I'm going to be very annoyed with you.
I'll kick my own ass.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And we kiss. And
Yes.
then we go.
Good. I have to, small retcon. When you had footage of the black hole, there was like sort of a dark patch. It's actually really small. A black hole with the mass of Earth would be about the size of a ping pong ball.
Jesus.
So I'm making this like a little bigger for, the camera. Yeah. But that's why we could see him for so far away, right? Is like a little black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Amazing. All right, I did it.
good job.
Thank you.
Any other preparatory? Otherwise, we're going to the Rising Star.
Dear gooped.
I'm not ghosting you if
Yeah.
you don't answer back.
Yeah. Gotta go to black hole.
Is that a club? Like what?
Shutting it down.
Sorry.
Catch you when I get back. And then I sign it Chainsaw. Or Frank, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I signed my text messages.
I'm just gonna. Heather, they're not alone out there.
Okay. You're gonna look after them, right?
Always.
Okay. Heather goes in for a big hug. Is that okay?
It's a little awkward, but it is after all of this. It's like okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You're a
after
hugger.
the
It's cool.
long night of Kit's big sleep.
There's, it's still going. Okay.
Yeah. And then, if it's okay, kisses you on the cheek. And, okay. Great. Make it complicated.
Hector texts Rosalinda, and it's like, hey, Mija, this is the first time you've ever got one of these. I'm gonna do something, and if I'm not back in a couple of days, make sure to take care of the dog.
Okay, you get like 3 question marks back.
And he he puts gonna go try to get somebody in a pretty dangerous situation. So just want to let you know.
Okay. Yeah. You get the like da da da, it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Da 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 goes away. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't know what to say. So
Yeah.
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 All right. Anything else before we head out? All right. You are transported to the Rising Star under Scintillation's control. You are greeted by a holographic Scintillation who walks you to one of the ships that she has. And she says, don't worry, we should be able to create the transdimensional field around your ship. We really don't need the transportation pads anymore. It was kind of a crutch. It's a lot easier than we thought. So, we made it so complicated. She laughs like that's a really funny thing to say. And the laugh goes a little too much.
5 voices come out
Yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time. This chat, people.
Yeah,
Amazing.
That is
On
something.
point today.
Yeah. So you you are given control of the ship. Most of it can do on its own, right? But you have I guess you'll just have like a dumb AI pilot, essentially, right? So
Johnny Cat.
Can I jack Bill in and have him fly it?
oh yeah, Bill can fly it. Yeah, even by like wirelessly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Bill knows what to do. So that's fine. Bill is your pilot.
Pilot Bill.
Take the wheel. Bill, take the wheel. Why were there only one set of footprints in the sand? Because you were inside me. Willpower.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love our we're like going to our most intense death yet, and we're like, it's still joke time.
Call it gallows
And
humor,
that's
everybody.
us, baby.
Same thing happened with my D&D group on Wednesday. Like, I'm like, this is off the rails. And it's the first time I've ever said that with this group who goes off the rails on a regular basis.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's how bad it was. And it was like the most dire situation they've ever been in.
It's the gallows humor. Like,
Yeah.
We're going in a black hole.
Yeah.
Get your kicks in.
Yeah, it's not a good plan.
No.
It's
Yeah, I'm not sure why we're going there.
But he's doing something stupid, so I guess we gotta.
Yeah.
What if he becomes the black hole?
Whoa.
I guess we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
What if he punches the black hole
No.
so
and puts it somewhere else?
Can we stop giving him ideas out in the
He
universe?
can't hear us. He's in space.
Yeah, no one who could enact those could hear us right now.
actually I hadn't thought about moving the black hole. That's a pretty good.
That's what I
a
thought.
pretty good
That's what I
option.
thought it was.
So as you are in like you hop in the ship, launch, and there's no fanfare. It's just like the rising star is gone, and you're still in space, right? But you're like you go to the other window and you can see Earth's moon. Well, former Earth. It's complicated.
Yeah. Luna.
Yeah, Luna, flying solo, and Dr. Light's air quotes voice is over the comms. Says, "I do have one thought about why he might be here.
Oh, all right.
Please share.
I mean, I have
Please tell me it's
Like-
because he's going to move the black hole.
478 thoughts about it, but one of them is won the championship. And it occurs to me that he was here when the Brian here created the black hole. Even though he escaped without being trapped in the black hole, that might have been because he was miles away from where the black hole was created. He might have had time to get away. But if Black Hole Brian had died, E. Brian should have gotten his powers.
You think that Brian is still in that black hole?
I think that's E. Brian's theory
Jesus.
from his point of view. The best modeling I have based on his actions so far suggests he thinks that's true.
So if he can't get to our Brian, he's gonna go to the most.
He clearly wanted the black hole power, and maybe for a while thought it was lost to him. But maybe Black Hole Brian isn't dead in a way that we don't really understand.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
It's very Star Trek sort of entity. Is he doing some sort of like controlled descent into the black hole? Like,
Oh yeah, he has his own gravity belt like what you all have.
so
on.
he's not just hurtling toward it.
No. He's like slowly
What if
progressing.
he was hurtling toward it? I know we talked about not killing him, but if he's hurtling toward it and he doesn't have control over entering that black hole,
But what if he still makes it through okay? And I mean, I don't think Interstitial knows where this world is, which is wild to me.
yeah.
So if Interstitial can't even track where this is and we send Brian into there, then he's still with that entire world. And I don't want to see a world unchecked that apparently we have its superpowers. So
All those people are definitely dead.
yeah.
The 8 billion people who were here are gone.
If Brian is right, and he's tough enough to make it through a black hole, we will have made him exponentially stronger.
Yeah.
We gotta stop him before he gets there.
I don't know if he's right, because I'm not that smart. But this is the most viable theory from 748 of them.
Yeah, and I mean, he could always just bail out by punching himself somewhere else. Ridiculous power.
Agreed.
So let's just hope that we get to him before the hole does.
Yeah. We have a plan.
We have a plan.
Get him.
We have a plan to
That's the plan.
turn him down.
Right?
We keep him occupied so that Caduceus has the time.
I don't have lightning powers right now.
Mm,
Just to let everyone know. Can't do that.
Good call.
yeah.
And what we do after that, I mean, I'm hoping that we will have him knocked out, restrained enough to be able to decide that.
Yeah, right.
It's not easy to get into Brian. So,
Okay.
off we go. Yeah, I just remember that when I was fucking with H. Brian, that it was really difficult to
Oh,
get inside
that
him.
part. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I understand now.
What did you think?
I didn't even think the dirty thing because that didn't make sense.
And then, I mean, we also have, if Hector and Bill can get close enough, if we can all get close enough, we have a chance. If we work together.
All right.
All right. So also, just so you know, everybody gets a gravity belt. I know that you can fly, and Bill can fly, but you also have gravity belts just in case. It's kind of a standard loadout thing.
Safety's good.
Yep. And when you get to about the distance that he parked his ship, Bill does report like, this is like the mass of the ship this is as close as we should take it. It can go closer, but it's going to get weird. So you should probably go outside, like that's probably why H. Brian left his ship.
Yeah.
Is like he wants a ship to be able to leave in.
Mm.
So
That's cool.
Into the
Everybody
breach.
remember where we parked?
Who can put it on Google Maps? Okay. Out we go.
Okay.
All right, let's do this thing. Go team.
Go team.
Okay. So you all fly out the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right away, Brian turns and is now like flying backwards, still away from you, and throws his hand out, and this little gout of flame just goes, just like immediately.
No oxygen, bud.
Yeah. And it's clearly like just his instinct to throw out an attack. But you could see him like laugh delightedly in his helmet, and just flips you off and keeps falling backwards.
Yeah. Is his tether connected to his
He's
ship?
not tethered.
He's not tethered.
No.
I
He's,
didn't think so.
he's like waving for you to follow him.
Jesus, what a dick. How far away is he?
Hundreds of meters.
Too far right now.
Not a kilometer, but 100.
Actually, we're gonna need the thing.
Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, let's put him at like 1,000 yards, 1,000 meters,
All right.
about a kilometer. Because he's not moving very quickly.
I'm zooming at him.
Yeah, say you want to
So
go a little
that's
faster.
He's at the 8 die range right now. What's the
Ye-
yards to meters conversion?
It's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I think in meters, but yards are enough the same that I just use them interchangeably.
Yeah.
They're not, I know they're not. It's okay, chat.
Good shit.
For my sake personally.
Yeah.
Get him, chat.
Okay. So the so you all want to fly faster.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to go a little faster than this?
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Light has put up in your like helmet visor, there's like an AR, like
HUD.
HUD, and has put up in your field of view there's several like lines that you can cross, right? And one of the last ones is the event horizon. Now, because this thing is a relatively small black hole, it's like you actually could get pretty close to it before this point of no return, right? It's not really clear what Brian's planning on doing out here, but something. Or he just thinks he can like muscle it out and see what happens. But
He's stupid, but if he's right, we're fucked.
yeah, like it's like all in, right? It's like his last bet is like
Because he
it's-
did get pretty heavily
Yeah, he got
trounced
tossed.
by
Yeah.
us last time,
Yeah,
so I
he did.
get it. I get it.
he's got some regeneration and stuff, but not like on the level of what you can do. So that's
And before we get into like declaring, I think as you say, you want to go faster, we say yes, and I look at Hector and I say, can you focus on draining him while I... Okay.
okay. Now draining, I think, is touch.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So you literally have to
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
catch up and hang on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's strong.
Get back.
How close do you have to be?
I have 7 dice, so I have to be within 640 yards.
Okay. So about half this distance, basically. Okay.
Yep.
Let's do this in combat rounds.
Yeah,
I think that makes the most sense.
absolutely.
So, sense 2 still? Are you still? Is your sense still 2?
Sense 4.
4. Oh, what's your sense?
4. And what
Oh.
table?
Oh, that's right. We worked out that's the order.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your declared action?
I want to help my friends get closer.
Okay. So you're just gonna like grab everyone and fly faster than however fast Brian's going?
Yeah.
Okay. Right away, you can start to feel like we don't really understand the mechanism by which you fly. That's fine. We know that you can move yourself through space, and right away you can feel the acceleration of like, oh, I am going to be a little careful, but it's probably why Brian is like inching along. Is like he doesn't know. He's feeling for that point of like, how close can I get? Is this going to fuck me up? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's you start to feel that a little bit, but you're aware of it. So we're gonna have you roll your flight dice as when it's time to roll dice. Hector, what is your declared action?
Get pushed along, and then am I in a range band yet?
You're currently within 1,000 yards as you're
'Cause I
declaring
need to
your
be
action.
in the 7 range.
That's 640, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you could declare an action that, like, assuming the flight happens and can close distance.
But mine goes real fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it would have to happen after the flight action.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could spend a willpower to reduce the width for the sake of initiative. It's like applying go last is the opposite of go first, obviously. But you can buy go last for 1 willpower for each one.
Screw it. Why not? All right. I want to tell Ebrine to come this way.
Tell Ebrine to come. You're trying to mind control him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you end up being close enough when it's your turn.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Kit, Caduceus.
There's not much that I can really do.
Who are you right now?
Now, I think I'm just Kit,
Okay.
actually. Yeah, because we're in space, and Brian knows who I am.
Yep, that is true.
So, anyway. I don't really want to put anything into defense because I need literally all my dice to do what I want to do. I think for now, I am just riding the wave and continuously, like, sending out my scan to try to see when I am in range of Brian.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything active right now.
What does your range need to be?
It's 7 dice, so 640.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm hoping to, I don't know if I've ever gotten, like, a super great read on E. Brian anyway. So to try to get some kind of read on how he differs from our Brian.
Yeah, I think at one point or maybe it was 2 times you read his powers.
Yeah, it was 2 times.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh wait, I think Ebrine has to declare before you. I think he's
I
between
have
the 2.
since 6.
Yeah, and you're 5?
Mm-hmm.
What's your mind?
4.
Yeah. So he declares after you. Actually, he was supposed to declare before you. So
Get wrecked.
Brian declares there.
He's in the space between.
Yeah. So if you want to change your thing, you can.
Okay.
So he declares he's going to turn around and, he's going to try throwing something at you all. He has like a pouch because it's a
Sure.
comic book. He has pouches, many pouches. And he's going to take something.
A Rob
throw it
Liefeld
at you.
amount of pouches.
Yeah.
Is he throwing it at anyone specific?
Let's see. Probably you because you're moving people around. So yeah, he's going to try to target Chainsaw.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going to spend this turn to temporarily, just in case something goes wrong, temporarily up Chainsaw's defense. I'm just going to drop it right next turn, but yeah.
Yeah, an unpopular opinion in chat. Ebrine is rude.
Mm.
Most people don't agree with that, but it's brave to say
Very
it.
brave.
Yeah.
Brave.
Totally brave.
Sapna.
So, if we would like to use our nudge, does it take a whole turn, or is it a
No.
free action
No, it's
to?
essentially a free action. Yeah, it's not even a multi-action. Yeah, it's fine. I want you to use it. I mean, I don't mind either way. I don't care. Who cares? Nobody cares.
This whole thing?
Wow, that's just nudge.
Okay, so I'm going to. Yeah, let's see if this will work. Let me describe it and see if it'll actually work. So if I use my nudge, can I reach him from here and with my tech powers? I usually have 4 dice in those.
Yes, you could extend the range with that version of booster. Booster can be applied to like speed or range or power or but yes, if you apply some of it to booster for range, yes, you should be able to. Which power do you want to use? Oh, you take over his suit or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a like power suit like Bill, but it does have a bunch of technology in it. So certainly there are things you could do. It's a smart helmet with a heads-up display and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're going to take the nudge
Mm-hmm.
and try to take over his suit.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone know what to roll?
No, actually.
Oh, well, you're just rolling your tech powers.
Oh, okay, great.
And you have 10 willpower. You have to spend at least, let's see, your range is
My range is currently 80 yards.
80, so then 800. So you have to spend 2 of your 10 willpower on booster. You can spend the other 8 on whatever application you want, but you have to spend all 8 of them.
Right now?
Yeah, like on the effect of your power. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I spend 2 to make it faster, so I've got 8. And then I will buy a wiggle die, so that's 4. And then I will
Fucking did it.
My dice
how
chosen
many
violence.
and then
So did
like
mine.
I'm gonna save for squishes, I guess. Wait, I'll spend 1 more so I can get a 4th die, and then I'll save for squishes.
Okay.
Out of 8 dice, not a single match. So
What? I had that happen last week or 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
That's so unlikely.
It's so unlikely.
There's a 95% chance of match on 8 dice.
What's the power to increase the range? Or what's the willpower cost?
It's 1 willpower per booster level. So, and booster level is times 10 the range.
So then I could just spend 1 willpower, not have to worry about the timing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can spend willpower like nobody's business. Spend your willpower, I mean.
Which, speaking of,
Yes.
Yes?
what set of matches did he get? What's his width?
Oh, I have a 5 of a kind.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I thought so. He produces this little like silver ball bearing, puts it in the palm of his hand, and is doing this. Is like lining up like a marble shot at chainsaw. I couldn't pick a name fast enough. Like,
So many.
all of the names.
Okay.
I also got a 5 of a kind
Okay.
on initiative.
Yeah.
Remind me how defense works for giving defense to someone else.
Oh well, you would. What is the defense you're trying to do? You're trying to block for him, or
I'm literally trying to like kind of toughen his body.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toughen my shit up.
So yeah, you have an active defense that we would then, I guess usually we apply that as dice to his
Right.
roll.
Yeah.
So let's roll to see how fast you can defend, and then we'll apply that many dice after
Okay.
if it fits the timing. of
That
it.
makes sense.
Does that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. I will spend a willpower to squish.
Because otherwise, if he gets hit by this thing before you're able to strengthen him, then you know.
Yeah, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you're squishing down to 5 of a kind.
No. I think this might just not make it because
Okay. Well, it'll be there for next time if
Yeah.
you leave the points in him.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I don't want to use up my willpower right away,
Okay.
and I don't think I'll beat him even if I squish down to 5 of a kind. So
Leaves me 5. Okay, I have squished down to 5 of a kind. It has used up the rest of my nudge and dipped into what I had.
Oh, okay. I like that.
that's awesome.
Because
Okay. Oh, I do
Only-
need you to make a stability check for the
Only-
nudge.
Only costs 1 to squish, right?
1 per squish. Right. So if you went from 2 7s to 3 6s, that's 1. If you went from 3 6s to 4 5s, that's 2 willpower,
Okay.
etc.
okay, pair of 5s.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you don't try to shut it down early, it's fine. That's
I
what
mean,
the
in
second
this
one
case,
is for.
in this case,
Okay, so anyone beat 5 of a kind?
think there's a bunch of matches to 5s. But
Yeah. You're on 5 of a kind? 3. Okay, you're on 5 of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
What are you on?
5.
5 of a kind. Okay. What's everyone got? 5 what's?
8.
6.
Damn it. All right, you're both before me.
Oh,
I got 4s.
I would have had 3s, so it was a good call on my part.
Yeah. Yep. True. Okay, so 8s. You are.
Okay, so I'm just telling him just fly here.
Yeah, come here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him
Hey, girly.
like slightly harder stability check. Because that's not as unreasonable as like jump into the black hole.
Technically, it's a better move.
Right. It is dangerous, but it's not like obvious death.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's harder to resist.
Okay.
So, how many dice do you have in the power?
7.
Okay,
5
I'm gonna
wiggle and
I'm gonna
2.
require 7s. He needs a pair of
Nice.
7s or better. He's got a lot of dice
Mm-hmm.
instability, but like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
But I don't allow wiggle dice instability, even for evil NPCs. I got a pair of 9s. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
but Jason is still using his dice,
Yes.
therefore.
Yes, sorry. Okay, so, however, I'm going to slow him down, all right?
Okay.
I feel like this is actually how the book does it. Like, the rules are like mind control, you got to have a free stability check, and I feel like, I don't know, there's this binary clunk that is like, the binary doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense for there to be a moment of like, what? That,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have this be in between of like he slows his approach to the black
Okay.
hole. He doesn't stop, he doesn't come towards you, but he does slow his progress.
Okay.
So it'll be easier to catch him depending on what happens next. 6s.
I have control of his suit.
Okay. Yes, you do. Yeah, and see like that power I don't have a stability check for. But it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, I could just
Yeah.
86 your power whenever I feel like it. Like,
Although he does have a stability check for
Horrible stuff.
oh right,
horrifying.
you both have to roll, right?
Oh, I don't actually.
Oh, you don't roll?
I don't.
Horrifying usually is that both of you, because you are doing something to someone that scares you a little bit and they are scared by it, you usually
Yeah.
also have to roll a check.
Great, then yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll both do
But if
stability.
you have like a provision that's like, I don't roll for it, then
Yeah.
This whole thing is very
I am gonna say, I think we already had established our standard stability requirement is 4s or better, right?
and we cannot squish on them.
I don't like squishing. I don't like wiggle dice instability. I really think stability has to like ride or die.
Can I reroll?
Yeah. I'm okay with buying rerolls. I did get a pair of 7s.
Okay, because I got 3 3s. The one time my dice were like, here's the triple. Okay, that one's 2 9s.
yeah.
Nice.
That's about,
Okay.
and 2 3s.
Okay, so
Because
neither of us
apparently
have
they
to
were
be
really
horrified.
close.
But yes, you do have control of his suit. And we can do stuff with that. So
Fantastic.
I forget how we've been doing it. Are you able to change it now, or do we have to have a turn where you take control and then next turn you?
I'm fine with saying that we have a turn where I take control of it because it is a complicated thing.
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
does
not like,
feel like a big move to
and
like.
it's not a one-off thing.
Yeah,
It's big and
I think if it was an object that was not under someone's control, you know, like when you do telekinesis in D&D, right? Like if it's something on someone's person, they get a save. If it's just something loose on the ground, then they don't. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like when I've had other objects that no one else has been dealing with, that's like an instantaneous thing, but also it's like,
yeah,
makes sense to me.
okay, cool. All right. Oh, so then so my 5 4s were not interrupted by either of those actions. Right. So, what's 4? Is that
Depends
left
on how
arm?
much control I have over the suit. No.
Left arm.
Okay. So you receive 5 shock and 5 killing.
Jesus.
But you're
Any
armored.
defense? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
didn't
because the
win.
defense is coming in late, unfortunately.
Mm.
But you're armored, okay? So
I
just
am
to
armored.
understand, like, you're getting hit with the force of 5 shock and 5 killing, which honestly is like, I think tank shell in the book. Like it's like howitzer or tank or something.
Wow.
Right? So just be aware, like this thing is like, I think he's damaged his glove. You know, it's just fabric. It's like, I'm only a fabric. What do you want from me? Thank you. So yeah, this thing just this silver flash like shoo, slams into your arm, probably tears your suit. You like clamp it, and the suit is repairing itself. But
I have my bubble.
yeah, your natural armor is 4 hard dice, or your standard armor.
Where do I find that?
I don't know if we have armor on our sheets, actually.
He does because it's a power.
Oh. It'll be under your powers, then.
Hardened defense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's the same as your aura power.
Right. So
yeah,
now-
because it's armored defense.
Yeah. Do I
so
also
it's-
have armor in my suit? In
Um,
my like superhero clothes?
yeah, it's gonna be pretty. It's light armor compared to a
My
tank
hardened
blast, which
defense.
is what Pooja was bringing up. The armor system in this game is clunky at best. Okay, so that means your armor defense is 7 dice, 1 hard dice, 1 wiggle die. Okay, that's the problem with building that into your aura power. You know what? Roll 7 dice for me.
Oh, dice.
Normally, this is just a static effect. It does have armored defense, so I'm not giving him a free turn, everybody, but
No.
that is how this is supposed to work.
Pair of 5s.
You don't have even a single 10?
I have a single 10.
Okay, because you also have a hard die and a wiggle die, so a single 10 makes
Oh.
3 10s, which you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so that turns it into 2 shock and 2 killing, and then your armor is going to reduce the shock to 1, and 1 of the killing. So you're going to take 3 shock and 1 killing to your left arm.
Truly, if there was anything I could change about this game system, that would be it.
Yeah.
The armor.
Yeah.
Like,
It's messy.
even hearing you explain it and having heard you explain it multiple
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, it is borderline incomprehensible. I'm gonna see if there's some way to streamline it for season 3, but we might just have to muscle through it.
As
So
long
fair.
as you are still willing to, like,
Map
We're
it.
there for us.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is actually pretty close to how the rules work. But yeah, so 3 shock and 1 killing to your left arm.
All right.
That one stung, right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
He's got ranged. He's got ranged.
um,
Thought I had this time.
Yeah, and because of the mass difference, it's not like he goes tumbling out of control or anything. It's a tiny little thing, and he can manage that. So,
It's a movie. I'm not worried about physics.
oh, I am. I get real annoyed if the physics go out the window, and it's not that kind of movie. Like in Thor, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? But like, yeah. Anyway,
But
okay.
in gravity, it better be there.
Yes, exactly. Okay, that was 5 of a kind. 4s of a kind. 3 of a kind.
I think that's pretty much. Oh, yeah, you've got it.
Okay.
I was going to be like, that's everyone. Because I got guys.
Fine, I'm just moving you.
Thank you very much for
Okay.
your help.
So 3 of a kind. We're advancing.
Yeah, I'm
Your
trying to
speed.
get close.
Yeah.
So to bring people in and to put myself in position for next round.
Sure. And moving your speed at a 9 dice power. What's 9 on speed?
640 yards.
no, 2560.
No, that's range.
Oh.
Speed is 640.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you move the 600.
It's the big number.
so
No,
much.
it's not the big number.
Yeah. So you're only 400 yards apart at this point, which I think is within range of most people's powers. And what was it you wanted to do?
Well, I changed my turn over to defense. I wanted to
that's right.
stand. That isn't always on power, but we can wait for the next one.
Well, give me a stability check,
Sure.
and maybe we'll roll it. I love this table so much.
Me too.
Everybody at home, get you a table that at you like this table do.
Like the Skeksis we are.
Yeah.
I got 10.
Roll your always on power.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the good thing is for your power specifically, Kit, there's not a lot else out here to read.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I got 7s.
Okay,
3 7s.
3 7s. Any other matches?
Nothing higher than that.
I don't care. What else?
2 5s.
Okay, your 3 7s. You get a read on this guy. He has a bunch of powers.
Yeah.
Too many
Mhm.
to count quickly. Right? He's tough. He can regenerate. He can shoot fire out of his hands, which
That's new.
good luck.
Yeah.
And it's not actually like it's something he's been able to
Oh,
do.
okay.
It just hasn't been like a useful tool
Sure.
to him before. It's like one of the first things that he stole. And he's
Target
like, I
bin
guess
power,
this is good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Now I can make s'mores at home.
Right. He has a passive ability that you're like the mechanic of this is unclear, but he does not eat, sleep, drink, or breathe.
Oh.
Which is like it's not the reason you don't.
Sure.
Right? It's just something you understand about his body is that he's like a contained system somehow.
Interesting.
So
I mean, he has no exit chute.
that's not an important detail, Inky.
Let's not. Let's
No.
not.
I'm leaving that alone. For once, I'm being the grown-up. Believe it or not.
Oh,
So, yeah, he does not eat, sleep, drink, or breathe.
Okay.
And he is just super mega tough. Like,
Yeah.
beyond known material sensibility and science.
Okay.
Just unreal. So that's why you had trouble adjusting his body before, is his body doesn't change.
Yeah.
And like a
I don't think I've tried to change his body for the record.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I've only tried to change H. Brian's body, but
Oh,
I had the
okay.
idea that they probably were similar.
yeah.
in certain ways.
There is enough of this that's similar
Yeah.
that he doesn't have like H. Brian's toughness is different from this.
Sure.
Because his was that sort of second skin and his body was adaptable and changeable.
Mm-hmm.
His body is unchangeable,
Ooh. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's a sealed PDF that does not.
But that's good to know because something that is unchangeable is a little easier to break into than something that's adaptable. Because something that's adaptable can see what you're doing and
Yeah.
change to meet it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I can get the key past this, I'm past it. You know.
It's like when you're in Hackers.
yeah.
It's like the movie Hackers.
Yes. Yes.
As so many things are.
Yes.
The
Just
best
watch that over the
things.
holidays.
Okay. Now, the pair of fives.
Mm.
There is another life sign a little further away from here
Fuck.
Oh no.
on the other side of Brian.
I think you do hear like through our little community, you hear fuck, and then
What's fuck?
and then Kit says, "Yeah, there's definitely another Brian. There's another Brian.
You don't have any details on it,
I have no
But-
idea who they are.
but it's reasonable for you to say there's another Brian. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, there's just a flicker of like another heartbeat. You're like, wait, what?
yeah.
And then it's gone, but you're like, no, I definitely heard that.
Yeah, I think that's their initial like words out, and then they kind of catch themselves. And they're like, I mean, I don't know if it's a Brian, but there is another person, and they're on the other side of the black hole. I just felt them.
Yeah, that's definitely a brand.
Mm.
So yeah, definitely. Let's get him.
Oh, also, as you're moving forward, you're getting this like somewhat update from Dr. Light as like, okay, you are approaching noticeable time dilation.
You're doing that on purpose, aren't you?
And there is like a couple last things she says, and then she eventually gets through saying, it'll probably be annoying if I keep speaking. But it's in slow motion, right? It's like the sloth scene in.
We'll have disadvantage on our next rolls.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah, no, she explains that you're approaching the limit of what will be practical for you to communicate through, and Yeah, so you're on your own at this
Awesome.
point. Right.
Next round?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think her speech would speed up, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then it gets to the point of where it's just a buzz. And yeah. I had that backwards. Okay. What do you do?
All right. I'm letting my friends go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to blast to the far side of Brian
Mm-hmm.
while injecting.
Okay.
And then I'm going to boar's head him from the other side, hopefully launching him away from the black hole.
Okay. Okay. So we'll have to multi-action to do that much flying and boar's head. But that's fine. So you just have to take one die out of boar's head.
Okay.
But that's fine. Your boar's head is all hard dice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 6 hard dice. So you only get 5 hard dice.
Maybe I should buy another one.
You can for 2 willpower.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Buy as many as you want.
Done.
Okay.
How far away am I in touch range, or can I get to touch range?
You're 400 meters away, technically. At this, I mean, you're moving towards him,
Mhm.
right? So you're roughly 400 yards away, and it's up to you. Have some ability to fly at sort of normal speeds.
Well, I have 7 dice in flight.
Oh, that's right. And actually, because these are low gravity propellers and you're in range of a black hole, they're acting real weird. So, we could just see what happens.
Okay.
But if you want to fly the rest of the distance to him and use your telepathy, then we'll just have to take 1 die out of the smaller dice pool and use that. But then you need 2 matches and it's fine.
Mhm.
Okay. Approximately, James V. Approximately. Live in the gray. Embrace the gray. Ebrian has to declare now. Ebrian sees... Okay, you're sort of arcing out of the way. You're not flying directly at him,
Correct.
right? And so he's maybe thinking, like, I don't have to worry about that right now. Also, that's like a harder target to hit. Like, y'all were just coming straight towards him, and he's like, bing. Like hitting an arcing target in space. It's like,
Not easy.
gets really complicated. But
Can I time out real quick?
Yeah.
The spider sense, how does that work again?
That's your passive defense that is just always on.
Okay.
And I will apply to any attack directed
Okay.
towards you. It is directly subtracted from the damage.
Okay.
Because it's set as armored defense. So.
Cool.
Yep. So you're you're multi-action, fly towards him, use telepathy when you can grab him to drain willpower. Right? Or it's not even the telepathy power, it's the drain willpower power. Okay. So he sees you coming towards him and doesn't grab another ball bearing. He's just like, great. And he's just like gonna punch you in the face, I guess,
right.
which is probably a worse plan, actually. No one said Ebrian was a genius.
But he
So-
does like punching people.
He does. He does like punching people. So he's winding up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you." So that's his declared action. It's not worried about what you two are doing at all.
I'm just a little guy.
It's just a little guy.
I'm a little guy who's about to try nudge for the first time is what I am.
Delicious.
I'd love to.
Okay, just so you know,
Yeah.
before you do this,
Yes.
we're gonna have, and you can decide this
So fair.
with this knowledge. Okay, I'm actually gonna have you make 2 stability checks.
Okay.
1 to stay on your current power set.
So fair.
And 2 to use the nudge effectively. Both are
Absolutely.
just 4s.
Okay.
And you can re-roll whatever you need to re-roll,
All right.
or you can not use the nudge.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be clear, I'm using mine too.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah. So you'll have to make a stability check, but the normal one.
I think it's that I see Brian winding up to hit Hector.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I'm in range. I think this needs to happen now. And so I do the nudge so that I can hopefully keep control and turn him down.
Sure.
So that
Oh,
punch is not
You know what?
powerful.
I'm also going to add to Brian, you had already got him to slow down. He now thinks that was his idea, and he's actually like going to come towards you a little bit. He's not
Okay.
going fast enough to like use the flight power or
Right,
whatever,
right.
but he's like fully arrested. Like you're gonna have a great like just pool shot, of knock him out of the pocket. But yeah, so you are
I'm getting in there to try to turn down the powers, man.
okay,
Yeah,
and you're within range now.
I am,
Okay.
especially with the nudge.
Yep.
I am going to black out his helmet.
Okay.
Uh,
As far as I'm concerned, you don't need to roll for that. That's like a standard thing that the helmet can do and is built to do. So you've already rolled to control it. Is there?
okay, so if I black out his helmet so he can't and then the other aspects of this that I have control over that I think would be fun at this point is I am going to project into that blackness, like so use that black as a screen, and his HUD is just going to be all scenes of like H. Brian doing things that we used to do together.
I feel guilt.
Okay, that will roll for because it'll have an effect beyond just like blinding it, right? So
That's dope as
uh,
hell.
yeah. So here's the thing: it's not going to be your power that you're rolling. You're gonna roll.
Performance?
I have to look at the skills.
Deceit.
Empathy.
So God.
Intimidation.
I think it is actually. Well, what do you want to have happen from showing him this? Like, what's your desired outcome?
I want to rock his boat. Like, he didn't manage to get E. Brian or R. Brian before. We have kicked his ass multiple times now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the last time wasn't even with R. Brian.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all together, we have his fucking number.
Okay.
Be scared, asshole.
All right. So I would like you to roll
Yeah.
intimidation.
Mhm.
And what was I going to say about that? And if you roll 8s or better, I will force a stability check on him. Okay? Oh, actually, here we go. You want to negotiate? You pick the number you have to roll on your intimidation, and that's what I'll have to hit on my stability check. So if you tell me you have to roll 8s, I will have to roll 8s on my stability check.
Sounds
But you-
good.
you
I will
pick.
take that.
8s?
I will take 8s.
Okay. Cool. Fun.
Should have juiced up like everybody else.
Don't do drugs, kids.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Unless
Unless they are good for you. Wait a minute. Are drugs good?
what am I doing? I'm doing my stability check first, right?
You're doing 2 stability checks.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God. Are you okay?
I was just an idiot.
They rolled too hard.
I had a die fall and I went, and I tried to catch it and I hit my hand.
Oh no.
The first one is exactly 4s, so
Okay.
My stability check is 2 10s.
Okay. That's good.
I'm getting a willpower back.
do they both have to
Do I
be
get a
4s?
willpower back?
Yeah.
Then I'm good.
Okay.
I'm at 4s both times.
Pair of 4s both times. Okay. Yeah. You're doing the minimum.
Yeah. I'm making it.
That's me doing the
Do you
minimum.
stand
Do you
for
want to be
diploma?
somebody who just does the minimum?
You know I don't.
Or do you want to be the best?
Your oh no sounded bad.
Well, is a 7 of a kind bad?
We don't know yet.
We don't know because they still have to make their
Yeah.
actual roll.
And I need to know what I do
I shouldn't
now
have told you
I've
that until
done
you rolled.
correct.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I've nudged. I'm using my biokinetic power to
Mhm.
turn. No. Not my biokinetic power. I'm using my getting ahead.
Right. Getting ahead is what turns down
8
powers.
dice. That's
And
nudged.
How
What
do you want to?
happens?
You have to spend 4 or 10 willpower on this move. How do you want to spend it?
How much are? Where's the willpower sheet?
2 wiggle dice.
you could
and
spend-
2 rollers.
Yeah, that's true. That is 10 dice.
That might be what
or
I
10 points. Yeah.
2 wiggles and two extra dice.
Yeah.
You mean?
Oh no, that's too many dice because that would make your dice pool 12 dice.
No, that would make it 10.
Oh, I thought you have 8 dice now.
Oh no, you're right. I mean, yeah. So it's 10 right now if I add 2 wiggle dice.
Yeah, so
But
you can add the
use
2
some
wiggle
go
dice
firsts.
and have 2 go first.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
That's fucking wild.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Has everyone else already rolled? Is that why you're
Yes.
rolling right now? Okay.
That's true. That's what hard dice are for.
Yeah.
I'm literally spending a willpower to roll again
Okay.
because I didn't get any 10s.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, and I need a full pack.
Oh,
of
I
smokes.
should double check. We are at 10 to 6. Are we? Do we have a couple extra minutes today?
A couple.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do
All
the
right.
go
We'll keep it tight.
firsts do?
They add to your width for the purpose of initiative.
Okay. And what we've traditionally done for powers is that they have to hit what the power is in order to
Yes.
affect it, correct?
Yes. So you do need 9s.
Okay.
9s or 10s.
So as it is, I have 3 10s right now, so squishing down would be 4 9s.
Yeah.
And then go first makes it 6 for the
Happen-
purpose of initiative.
that would happen
right?
on the 6 initiative. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do that.
Okay.
How, much,
Oh, go ahead.
how much does it go first?
1 willpower each.
I'm trying to figure out how to spend 10
Mm.
since I'm juicing.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
What's your,
did
what
you
is
spend
it?
all 10 then? Because if
6.
go first is
So,
1
and
each,
then you lost 1.
and then you got to
4
wiggle
hard
for
dice,
4.
making it 10.
You had
be
2,
5, right?
2 wiggle dice.
Two
Two-
wiggle dice. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have
But that would make
6.
So
you
8
with
6, and then
10
you lose 1 for the
numbers.
extra action, right? For
And I
5.
had to pay for another one.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. I'm
Right?
just confused. No, it's
So
my bad.
you lost 1 game.
Math
then?
is
What-
hard.
No, I
Hold on.
I
Hold
don't
on.
wanna be-
Hold on. There's too many things happening. Let's double check. What did you roll on the dice?
I only rolled out of 8 dice. I only rolled 1 10.
Okay. But
then
you
I
want to
had
use
2
that.
wiggle dice.
Yeah, so that makes a match of 3.
Yeah, and then I
And
had
then you
2
squish
go
down to
first.
4 9s
Yeah.
for 1 willpower,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
But I use my own willpower to do that.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
fine. And then but you already bought 2 go firsts
Yes.
before that, so it goes on the 6 of a kind
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
Okay. That math is right.
Hell yeah.
What are you doing?
All right. So I already spent the willpower since I'm having to lose 1 hard die off of my boar's head to 5. I already spent the willpower to bring it back up to 6.
Okay.
And then taken the juice, taken the nudge, and then 4 more hard dice.
Yeah, that's 8.
That's 8. And then 2 go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Make it a 12, right?
Yeah,
Or is-
12
Or is
of a
it cap
kind.
out at 10?
Well, no, but you're at 9 of a kind with your hard dice, right?
I would be at 10 of a kind with 10 of a kind.
Oh, is that 10?
Yeah.
If I buy 4, I have 6.
But you have 5 because you had to lose one.
But I already bought it back
Oh,
up
you
to
bought it back
6.
up. You bought it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
So you're at
much.
10 and it goes on the 12 of a kind round, which is impossible.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
I
have
guess I wouldn't need go first. Is there anything else I can get to make it more effective?
10. Yeah, you can buy the damage up. Yeah. Okay. So +2 to the width for the sake of damage. Which is possible. You can't go up to 12 in initiative, but you can go up to 12 in damage. So, this might be an issue. That's okay.
That's cool because he can't see you coming.
Yeah. I was gonna squish down to 8 of a kind. We'll say I did.
Mm.
Okay, so you're on 10 of a kind with 10 tens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
That's a lot. So Okay, so I'll just say the bad news is you're not going to kill him, all right? Which
It's
is a bummer.
Good news
I'm not
here.
sure that's entirely
Oh, that's
bad
right.
news.
That's right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So maybe it's good news then. He is tough enough to withstand that.
Mhm. But I'm hoping it might shake him a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just the amount of force that he is launched out of there. It's going to interrupt his punch because he's not there to punch. But it also means he's not there for you.
That's okay. I
To
didn't
train.
get any matches.
Oh, you didn't get any matches.
Oh.
Okay.
How did his stability roll?
For which?
Intimidation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We'll have to roll for that. That's the right number of dice.
Moved.
Wait. Oh. Sevens. Okay.
So he didn't make it.
Oh, he needed 8s.
Way to bargain, Jason.
Hold on. I'm gonna spend willpower to re-roll.
Oh, man.
You know he has willpower.
I know.
Ebrine has base will. Okay.
Maybe he should base that will to death.
You can spend one
I
more.
tried.
You can spend one more.
Okay.
One more.
All right.
A lot of 6s.
Okay, well.
Uh-oh.
Feel bad.
Okay. Yeah.
regret my life
He's
choices.
intimidated.
Yeah.
And is launched away from the black hole. If it's not too silly, I'm gonna tear up his spacesuit as well. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the Hulk, like his he's got shorts on basically,
exactly.
you know, as you like just blast him in the back, you know, and launch him for he's like, wah! You know, and you just
Who turned out the lights?
hit him so hard, you know, he can't see. So I think he has this helmet on and shorts, and just his like gravity belt disintegrates. He's just launched in like a long. I don't know what speed that is. It's all of it. It's all of the speed.
Does it go right past us?
Yeah, but kind of at an angle,
Okay.
you know.
I didn't want to hit anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know if like is he suddenly out of range for what I need to do?
He's in range for a moment. What was
Okay.
it you were trying to do?
Turn down his powers.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll say you've got a split second here.
Okay.
What did you roll to do it?
For the purpose of initiative, 6 9s, but 4 9s.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. So we'll get it as he's blasting past you. You get him on the hypotenuse,
Yeah.
and I have to do a stability check for that.
Oh,
And
so
I've
do I,
already
actually.
spent a bunch of willpower.
Well, no, I don't. Wait.
I don't
It's
think
not an
that's
attack.
that's not horrifying,
yeah,
is
that's
it?
not horrifying. No.
Yeah. Oh, tens. Okay. Got a pair of tens. Not horrified, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the difference there, you got 9s,
Four
4
nines,
9s,
yeah.
which means we lower it by 4.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to being a 5.
Yeah. It's good that it happened in this order, because as a 5,
Yeah, that would have.
you would have disintegrated him.
Ooh, yeah.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
Working
And
as intended.
yeah, and I need to go after him, bubble him.
Yeah, because he is now going to be suffering. He's not immediately dying
Mhm.
in space or just from the space attack, but like he's flying out of control. He is now sort of suffocating, right? It's not like horrible yet, but something to think about.
I will report back, like, as I can feel that I've successfully done that and say, okay, he's turned down a bit, so that's going to be, you know, handle with care. He's not a 1 or anything, but
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Have we resolved all the actions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about the
That's okay.
out of
I'd
range.
rather him get boar's headed.
Yeah, he got nuked. Yeah, 10 tens, boarhead, legitimately spent. Well, with drugs.
with drugs.
Yeah.
Spent all my drugs.
Legitimately
Man,
spent
if
the
only
drugs.
I would have did
Yeah.
drugs.
That's what all the kids are doing
could
now.
drugs be for you?
Oh, but we do have to kind of
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
I think at this point, you tell me if we need to do something else. But him being a 5 means I don't think we need to do initiative at this point. Like
That's fair.
I hate to like just short circuit it, but like honestly, as far as these numbers go, like there isn't a way that he can stand up to you. So I think we can narrate what happens next. I need to know what you do about that extra life sign at the black hole. But let's.
Sure.
How do you want to do this?
I'm gonna fly after him and like cocoon him in a
Sure.
bubble so that
Yeah.
he doesn't
Well,
asphyxiate.
he wouldn't suffocate because I've still got control of his helmet, and I could make whatever.
Sure, there's some amount of
There's-
like
There's something going on
Yeah.
in there.
he technically still has doesn't eat, sleep, drink, or breathe as a power, but it's half as effective as it used to be, and that's yeah.
He only eats half the time.
Is
Well-
there a way for Hector to make E. Brian think that he's H. Brian in the hallucinations?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
he does.
shit!
Nice. And he's already intimidated.
Yeah.
H. Brian movie reel.
That
Yeah.
was so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be complete because it's not like you have H. Brian's memories to pull on or implant or anything, but you certainly can create this disorientation
Yeah.
and that question, at least until you turn your power off, that is that me? Am I that? Like, which one am I? That question can be planted there, certainly.
Awesome. I don't think I'm going to turn him down anymore until he's safe inside a spaceship because I'm worried about, like, 5's already pretty low. I'm worried about taking him down to something like a 2 or a 1.
Only a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No, I mean, you should, right? He's very strong and
I
has
will
so many
turn him down.
powers.
Yeah, I'm just
A 5
afraid.
can, like, explode the inside of a spaceship
Yeah,
easily.
that's
Like,
true.
that's.
Yeah, I guess I'll turn him back down once more.
He could create havoc because he has so many powers.
Yeah,
You know?
That's so fair. Once you have the force field around him, that's when I'll continue to turn him down.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, let's roll for that.
Um,
You just need 5s.
yeah, definitely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s.
Okay.
He is a one.
So this one's cocked actually. So let me see if I get anything else.
You still got the
Yeah.
juice power, too.
9s are good.
Well, you don't have, the expenditure is on
Oh,
the first use
okay.
of it. I don't know the mechanics of it yet. We'll have to figure that out.
Oh, then 3 9s.
3 9s.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I was still using my wiggle dice.
The juice power.
Oh, it feels like that should persist for the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So
4
with
9s,
4,
turn
then
him down to a
that's
1,
Down to a 1.
and
yeah.
then
mhm.
it would just be a matter of a sneeze to make him a 0.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
Not really.
No.
Sorry,
Sorry.
not
Sorry,
sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. So let's
Hector, can you find that mind inside the black hole?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I can try.
Oh, well, you could spend a bunch of points to extend your range.
Oh, that too.
Remember, you just have to like times 10 a couple times, and you've got a ton of range.
And I will give you some willpower for that.
Because we can do that.
Oh yeah,
I
Yeah,
always
you
forget
absolutely
that's a
can.
Gift of you can gift willpower.
yeah. I think like 4 times 10s or
I would also
Like,
like to give
the
some
distance to the
willpower.
moon or something.
Okay.
I forget. It's in the book. The book has a chart of like how many boosters and how far they go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, let's say a collective 4 willpower
Yeah.
needs to be spent, and you don't need to.
I give you 2.
And I can give you 2.
Okay. So you don't need to roll dice.
Okay.
You reach out and you can hear Brian's voice is very clear to you, panicking about is like mid. No. Is that like?
Okay.
But it's also. Oh, actually, I need to have you make a stability check.
Uh-oh. Might be a while, guys,
Oh,
Good.
why? What's happening?
because my stability is only 5 right now.
Oh, okay. So you have to reroll.
Yeah.
You just need 4s.
Okay.
He's trying to
I'm
contact
still trying to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Black Hole Brian, our season
Okay.
cliffhanger.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
You got some more willpower to spend?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least 5 more.
Okay.
And I can start burning, I guess.
Yeah, you'll get 4s. It's fine.
Essentially. This is like when
That's a
I had to
fucking
like
nine.
roll to fix the device.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on. You can spend 4 willpower at this point and
Oh,
buy
yeah, and get
yourself
a
a
wig-
wiggle die.
But I
so-
thought I couldn't do it on stability.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Can't
Sorry,
wiggle.
I forget my own rules.
Okay, pair of 4s. We did it.
Okay. Okay.
Yay!
How much willpower was that?
4.
Okay, that's a pretty significant expenditure.
Mhm.
But what you realize is like he's thinking at the wrong speed. You know, like you have to adapt your thought speed to match his.
Okay.
He is in the moment of collapse still.
Mhm.
Like seconds have passed for him.
Okay.
And
Wow.
you have to decide what to do. He is unharmed by the fact that he is like within the realm of his black hole. It's like not even big enough to fit his body, but you can't see him because he is essentially superimposed.
I think to cutscene this, I think all of us are mind linked with him. So I think there's probably like a talk down to let him know, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're here to rescue you. Like, you know, some things have happened, but we need you to come back.
Okay.
Maybe if I extend my telekinesis, I could try to pull him out.
Well, you could convince him to leave the black hole.
Or turn it off, right?
That's not an option because it's now self-sustaining. Like
Oh.
it absorbed the mass of the earth,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
which he didn't mean to do. He was forced to do it,
Mhm.
and it's not his fault. So
Mhm.
we don't have to go through that. Maybe he'll probably need some counseling,
Right.
but
Probably.
you know, did accidentally consume a planet.
Mhm.
But he can push himself away from it because that's his power, basically,
Mm.
right? He can, but he can't breathe. He's not in a spacesuit. He's in like pants and a t-shirt, you know, like,
So he's literally had to stay there or die.
right,
So
right.
yeah.
Because he could like, well, he didn't have to stay there. He didn't know he could like,
And he's only
Second.
seconds past.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's not been like a decision process, thought
Sure.
process. So yeah, you can like aegis him, you know,
Mhm.
like a Pokeball.
We're catching all the brides today.
Yeah.
Keep thinking Space Ghost.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Space Ghost. But yeah, you drag him, and I think he just passes out, right? Like, you manage to get some atmosphere, and then he just you know, is out. You all get him to safety. We'll have that as part of season 3. Can we do some quick wrap-ups for our season 2 finale?
All right.
What kind of wrap-ups?
Brian is
In custody.
in 0 power,
Mm-hmm.
and when you all transdimensional warp to like to go like return your spaceship, right? And then you're gonna go from there back to home. When all of you are in the spaceship and you have like Brian's like passed out and tied up, and you know we're gonna deal with him. He basically doesn't have powers now. And BH Brian is asleep on the fold out couch in the RV.
On
And
the futon.
the scintillation is able to like pull you out of this universe into hers. When you get there, Brian isn't in the ship, but you hear, I knew we would find it. This rainbow is mine.
Interstitial.
He stays here.
What are you gonna do?
Keep him.
And do what?
Keep him from hurting anyone.
Okay, I don't think he can do that anymore, but okay.
There are lots of ways to hurt people, and he can't hurt anyone here.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yes.
Okay.
The yes is iffy.
We'll see you soon.
I hope so.
Don't panic. Interstitial has him. Does not want to let go.
What is that? Does that mean he's trapped there forever? Just
I think that we might need to pay Interstitial a visit soon.
yeah.
I don't think they're... I mean, imagine if someone tore multiple holes through you
Sure,
many
sure.
times and then...
Yeah, last time somebody did that, they were Citadel, so.
So, for now, I think it'll be okay. But we should definitely check in.
Yeah. Get this guy somewhere safe. I'm also a little worried about his power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually if I can retcon and say your RV was ported to your universe.
Sure.
Because Scintillation didn't want to bring Black Hole Brian
Right.
to the spaceship. Is that okay?
Fair.
That's fair.
And there is a while you were gone, you have to stay on the RV a while because Dr. Light is like, okay, let's keep safe minimum distance because you have a WMD on board, an accidental WMD,
Yeah.
but like,
Still.
and she has purchased the old ISS, which had been decommissioned, was just a space museum.
Well, can we bring him back and just stick him directly? Like, can she port us back to the lodge and then we stick him directly in the dampener room?
Ooh, that's risky. I think she wants you to stay in the RV for a minute until, like, she would like to build an orbital dampening room to make sure the Earth doesn't get it. Because
I mean,
there's just too
fair.
much risk. The level of risk
Yeah.
is
We can
so
always
great.
just wake him up with some nudge.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nope, we're good.
And I mean, I can always...
No.
I can always present the opportunity to like make things less difficult for him, but he's passed out right now, and that's not something that I'm comfortable with doing for someone who already has a lot of power-related trauma.
Right, like not wanting to turn his powers down without permission.
Yeah,
you mean.
exactly.
Yeah, so I think that'll be fun to, like, we'll just launch into season 3 with that.
Yeah.
And some other stuff I've got in mind. But
Ooh.
E. Brian is off the board.
And when we get home, or at least back to our dimension,
Mm-hmm.
is there an H Brian?
There is not. But we will find more about that in season 3.
Yeah.
I mean, if H. Brian's making torpedoes in a sub shop, isn't he basically in heaven?
Yeah.
It's the saddest it's gonna be, but also I miss it.
I know.
He's in a sub shop upstate.
It's quiet uptown.
Oh no, don't do that. God damn it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for season 2 of Pinnacles here on happyjacksrpg. This is going to do it for season 2. We haven't talked about whether we're back next week, so we might be taking a week off. We'll let you know. But we will continue season 3 soon here at 2 p.m. Sundays on happyjacksrpg. Thank you for joining us live or later. Your only 2 options to watch the show. And thank you, Chat Mods, for your intrepid work that you do here.
Yes.
We wouldn't get to do it live without you or know half of the things that we're able to know. James V, thank you so much.
Thank you, James.
Thank you to our Patreons who keep the lights on, keep us ad-free, independent. We love that. We love not having to...
We don't answer to
Play in the
no
dark.
one.
Yeah.
Except him.
And or play in the dark. So go to happyjacks.org/Patreon to join that. You can join for $1. There's more from there. I think at $5, I don't remember the exact number, but the Nerding Out episodes are behind that wall. They are really good. I've got to see some of them, and honestly, it's some of our best stuff. So, look, it's awesome. Pooja, what do you have to say for yourself?
Hi, I am Pooja, and you can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves. If you want to see or hear me play more TTRPGs, you can find me on the back catalog of Happy Jacks, 12-sided stories, and currently coming back from our winter break tomorrow, if you are watching this live, Monday, whatever tomorrow's date is, if you are watching this later, is Mekong Symphony for the Devil. We have a really intense 4 episodes coming up. We've got a lot going on. It was amazing. Southeast Asian mech space opera with an all Asian cast. So, fun times.
Awesome.
Hello, I've been Sarah, formerly known as Kit, formerly known as Caduceus. And I am on the internet. You can find me there. You can find me here. But you can also find me there under Sarah's Coffee, except for Instagram, where it's Sarah_is_coffee. Otherwise, I play on a game on Saturday. It's called Strange Hungers at Total Party Kiss on Twitch. And it's horror. It's sad. Things happen. You can tune into that whenever you would like.
Awesome.
I'm Eli. I've been playing Hector, and this was an amazing season. Thank you guys for having me at my table, and Jason for being an awesome GM.
Well, my pleasure.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm Enge, and I play Chainsaw, and you can find me on the internet at, oh God, what is it? I don't even remember anymore. Is it card.co.john? I don't
It's
know.
in the show notes.
My name is Jonenge. Fucking Google it. And it's been an amazing season. Everybody here is awesome, and I feel like we've really hit a stride. So,
All
see you
right.
next season.
And my name's Jason. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. I stream on my channel Wednesdays and Fridays. Good times, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.